Welcome to another episode of Bengals and Brews. I am Dale Altman, joined by my co-host, the Orange Arrow.
Hi.
Also, just setting down our other co-host, Travis Brown.
I forgot something. As soon as the intro started, I just took off. I was like, no! And I ran.
I was in the background, and I was just going to give you a second.
Oh, yeah. I just ran through the whole house.
Matt, Bengals and Bourbon, our buddy.
On.
Tonight, Who Dey Joe. And
You look damn good, dude. Son of a bitch.
Thank you.
So how's everybody doing tonight?
Oh, I'm ready to rock. How about you guys?
I'm trying to get my breath.
What's up, Joe?
Top of the morning, Joe. How you doing? God, we got one guy that looks like he's a part of the coaching staff, and the other guy just went off his rock. It's crazy.
Man, it'd be nice if I was.
Yep.
So
How's
Matt,
everybody doing tonight,
right
though?
in,
A lot of
man.
stuff has
Jump
happened
right
this
in. You
week.
got to go to the Joe Burrow signing today. How was that?
It was good. It was good. Lots of people there. Lots of people. Busy.
Yeah, did you get to meet him, talk to him? Like,
About 30 seconds. It was like an assembly line just shoving us through.
Yeah.
But he was nice. He said hi to my son who went, and he was all happy, so it went well.
Nice.
awesome. Did you get an autograph or anything?
I did. I got my game used ball signed from his rookie year.
Oh, that's a
Subtle
flex.
Do what?
Got to take a
Subtle.
I was gonna say, yeah. Let's real quick. How much that bad boy worth now?
Oh, the last one on eBay I think went over 10 grand, so we'll see.
Really? Wow.
Nice.
So, where do you live?
Where do I live? I live up in Minster, Ohio.
Where at?
No address.
No.
Drop the address.
Hey, well, Minster's pretty small. It ain't gonna be hard to find out where I'm at. Minster is a little small town north of Piqua, south of St. Mary's. So, small little farm town, I guess you could say. We're like literally a square. Our whole town's like a block square mile.
I'm gonna get that
Three lights.
Fast, fucking Joe Mixon down the sideline. Not much.
Yeah.
Joe, what have you been doing, man? Long time no see.
Yeah, it's good to talk to you guys. I have a Super Bowl injury story. So I'm at home watching the game. First Bengals touchdown, Joe Mixon pass. I jump up in the air and I land on one of my kids' toys. And if this is my foot, I mean, it rolled like that. And so I go down, I'm just like, oh no. So I said, I was already drinking, so the pain wasn't too bad that day.
Like, helped out a little bit.
Oh yeah, for sure. I didn't feel that much pain that day. And then, a week goes by, 2 weeks go by, and then 6 weeks go by. It's still not better. So I eventually had to get in the doctor, go to an ankle specialist, and they called it like a complicated sprain. So I had to get like cortisone shot, go to physical therapy and all this. It's just now finally healed. So I'm still feeling the emotional and physical wounds of that game.
I think we all are.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Orange.
I was gonna say you're not back to playing shape, right?
No, I'm just now doing some light jogs, but it's funny you said that because I've been telling my 4-year-old daughter I'm going to take her to one of the preseason games, and she's all excited and stuff, and so I'm telling her about it, and she's just like, Daddy, I don't know, I'm nervous. I said, what are you nervous about? And she goes, well, I don't know how to play football. I said, is that what you think I'm doing? Do you think I'm on the field playing? I mean, I appreciate it.
Believe in that.
I mean, I'm a skinny guy. I appreciate it. Unless I'm, backup kicker.
Out there trucking somebody. Just find
Yeah.
Right. I love that. I actually have a funny story. the first. I haven't even mentioned it on this. So I'm 24, as we all know. It's been mentioned every fucking episode. And I the first game versus the Raiders, at halftime, I started to get like some serious pain on my back. I had no idea what was going on. And I'm like scratching it and such. And I'm like, damn, I'm really itching my back. And I walk into the bathroom and I had my buddy over. I've only hung out with him when I'm going to like concerts and shit. And so this is his first time meeting him or actually hanging out. So I go in the bathroom, check out my back. My back is spotted up and down with a rash. Just fucking massive. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? I walk out there and I ask everybody. Nobody knows. I end up going to the doctor a couple days later because it only got worse. I broke out in shingles.
Oh man.
Oh,
the amount of stress that I was in under that game
Ooh.
broke me out in shingles. And so everybody goes, don't you have to be like 70 to get shingles?
Oh, no. My wife had that like 2 years ago. It was miserable.
Yeah.
For her.
Yeah.
And the funny part was, so my mom, who's always so damn bored all the time, she actually wrote a letter to the Bengals organization and said, my son was, she didn't say the age, but I'm imagining they thought I was like 8 years old or something. And it's like he was just so excited that he ended up getting shingles and blah, 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 and this and that, blah, whatever. Wrote it like I was a child. The Bengals sent a whole bunch of stickers over and shit for me and all this
Like
cool
temporary
stuff.
tattoos and
No,
stuffed animals.
They're like, hell yeah,
Pencils.
dude, have fun. I'm like, what the fuck, Mom?
Way to go, little fella.
If that ever comes under that light, and if Zach Taylor ever did see that, I'll be like, I'm that little kid who got shingles. Zach,
So
thanks
funny.
for that.
That's crazy.
I love it. But no, hey, it would be really nice, Dale, if you didn't mute yourself when you're trying to talk.
Good point. I was gonna say, our most recent news that we haven't really discussed on the show, even though we did like 3 episodes this week. The Bengals Ring of Honor voting started. So let's just kind of go around the horn. I'll start with Joe, then over to Matt, back up to Travis. Derek, if he comes back, he'll jump in. Who did you guys vote for? If you had a vote, if you didn't have a vote, who would you vote for out of the candidates that they listed?
Yeah, for me, it was. I didn't have to think about it much. It's number 1, Willie. I mean, I think about guys like who should be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and Willie Anderson for me. I mean, just one of the best tackles that's ever played the game. And number 2, I said I didn't have to think about it, and now I'm like, wait a minute.
I'm real confident at first, and now we're questioning everything.
I know. Yeah, I know. I think it'd probably have to be Isaac Curtis.
That's not bad. That's not bad. Now here, I'm gonna see if I can do this without messing my internet up. But I was getting ready to pull up all the guys that are available to vote for.
Yeah.
Now
a lot of times right now.
Yeah, I was going to say a lot of times when I try to do this, it messes up my internet. But we're gonna attempt it. We're going to attempt it. Okay.
Here we go.
This is gonna get real ugly, boys.
Yeah, exactly. No, this right here. This is from Bengals.com. This is the current Ring of Honor.
There you go.
There you go.
Guys, you can vote on right there.
Hell yeah.
God.
But yeah, we got Willie Anderson.
Okay, that's cool. All right, Bourbon, who you got next?
I did Willie, and and then I went with Boomer. Two of the guys I think should be in the Hall of Fame. Our choice, John.
Is that cutting out for anyone else?
Yeah, I was kind of like, I just made a new set down here, so I'm kind of like figuring out if that was my connection or not. You broke in and out a little bit there, Bourbon. I don't know what the hell.
Yeah, I heard Willie.
Yeah. Let's see if that helps it out. Maybe it was my fault.
All right. I said I went with Boomer and then Willie. Willie and Boomer were my 2.
There you go. And then Joe, I think you had this is your first. Is this your first year with season tickets?
First year in a long time. So
Yeah,
I had season tickets back in it was like the worst possible year. It was 2008. Carson Palmer was hurt. We had Ryan Fitzpatrick playing at quarterback. I think we finished like 4-11-1 that year. That was the game where after the game, Donovan McNabb didn't even know that you could tie. He had no clue. So they didn't even play the game right.
I love it.
But yeah, it's been a long time since I've season tickets.
Derek, who do you got going into the?
Yeah, so I went with. It was really hard for me to decide, and I kind of went back and forth, kind of like what Matt was saying, and it was just I ended up going with Bob Trumpy and Lamar Parrish just because of I feel like some of these guys, I'm afraid they're not going to get to witness, the Ring of Honor and stuff like that, and I definitely think that they're Ring of Honor worthy, but that my whole thing was kind of all of the players that are kind of backdated. I want to try to work on getting some of those in there first, so that's kind of where I went with that.
I'm going opposite. I'm going Willie and Chad. I had to.
There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean,
I don't think you can make a wrong choice.
You really can't, honestly.
There's just so many on there that it's like I wish you could do them all.
Yeah.
And nobody on that. I think the best part about it is nobody on that actually you disagree with, which is the best part of that. Is there's not a person on there that you're like, is he really gonna be on there? So I think that's a great thing for everybody. So everybody can say what they want, X, Y, and Z, and nobody has a wrong answer, like you said. So that's cool. Dale's just flying these people in and out.
I was hoping you weren't looking at the screen. I hope you keep your eyes off of it. I know I'm mad to get. But I want to let everybody know Bengalorian, he's having trouble getting on, but he's trying. So he's on his way. Just to let everyone know.
Oh, yeah.
You just need to inform him that this is the way. And then he'll come back. He's confused which way is the way, which is kind of confusing because this is the way, but this actually is the way.
But did everybody else give their answer on who they would vote for? Because
Dale, if you haven't been paying attention, we all did. So go ahead, Dale.
I mean, I thought we all did, but I wanted to make sure. I voted.
Well, thank you very much for being polite, Dale.
I voted for Willie Anderson, and I voted for Boomer as well. So I think Matt, we had the same ones, right?
Yep.
I was thinking Chad, and I was like,
same thing.
And I was thinking Isaac Curtis. So all the names that I heard you guys saying, I'm right on the same page. There's not a wrong choice. All these guys deserve it. Eventually, pretty much everybody on that list is going to get in. So,
yeah,
it's a matter of time. It's who goes in this year. So, any other thoughts on that?
I got a question. I got a question for you two. We had a nice conversation about it a couple episodes ago, and we can ring back into it a little bit. The schedule released a couple weeks ago now, or was it a week or so ago? Where are you guys at? Where do you think that we're going to be come time for playoff time? What do you think our record's going to be?
12-5.
You're going 12-5. Okay.
I think it was on Locked On where they were talking about it. In past years, I would go through the schedule. I'd be like, oh yeah, definite win, definite loss, definite loss. And then we'll probably split, the division games. Now I'm just like, this team is so good. We are capable of winning any of them. And we're not, we're not going to go undefeated, but it's so hard to predict just based on the schedule because we're an upper echelon team. Are you upset about this?
No, I'm furious. I'm furious only because, listen here. I told you, Bourbon, you're really looking, and I said if the Bengalorian comes in here without his helmet on, he's showing his face, I'm gonna look like a thumb. So this isn't gonna work. Here we go.
I was like, what did I say wrong?
No, you did everything right. Bengalorian did everything wrong.
What up?
What's going on, Bengo?
I don't know how to. Can I say that? I almost cursed. Can I curse?
Oh,
Yeah.
God, yeah.
All right, I don't know how to fucking use StreamYard, so I'm sitting here like an idiot trying to figure this shit out. But I'm here.
Are you on your phone?
Yeah.
Rotate your phone like this, sideways. You're going in the Arizona. There you go.
There we go.
Your face even closer.
Technology, baby. We got it.
I hate it. We already got to start this off. I don't care about the schedule or anything like this. Bengalorian, the idea is so fucking sick and awesome, and it blew up like crazy. But why do you gotta look so fucking good underneath the mask when every guy in Bengals world thought for sure this dude looked like a thumb?
Yeah, it's the way God made me, man. I can't help it.
You broke the internet. You broke Bengals internet when you posted that selfie. Everybody was like, "Post another one." You're a liar. Everybody was like,
I don't know. I'm just like every other fucking white dude out there. I don't know.
Ravens fans were so pissed. They were expecting an ugly guy under the mask.
Dude, that was the funniest part. Like, we were mad, but like everybody else was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
If that is the reason I disappoint everybody, then I think I'm fucking doing all right.
Dude, you did great. You did fabulous.
Not only did this guy have a phenomenal costume, but you take off the costume. I mean, it's Clark Kent versus Superman. That's what it is.
You're ridiculous.
Okay, so that the whole thing that you built and everything like that. How many trial and errors did you go through for that? Like, how long was it, or like, was it one of those 3D printers that people buy now?
Yeah. I'd love to sit here and tell you it was difficult. I really would, but every single one of them was first time go. I don't.
No shit.
It's freaking here. I got them right here, man. So like, here's the original, right?
Mm-hmm.
This
OG.
This one's been to hell and back. It's kind of crooked now. I'm gonna do another one of these probably before the season starts, and then hang this one on the wall there. I got white right here that I'm gonna do a visor for here pretty soon.
Love the white.
Yeah, that thing's clean.
For the black and white one, it's the here's the black one. Son of a bitch, I'm reaching over here. And then here's the black one. It's 3D printing, like it's trial and error, and luckily, I've been pretty lucky. Like I haven't had any really big screw ups.
How the fuck are you so good at 3D printing, but here you are not even knowing how the hell to use a video?
There's like 3 things I'm good at. It's shooting guns, making kids, and building helmets. That's about it, man. That's it.
That's all you need. That's all you need.
Yep.
What an odd trio there. I love it.
Yeah,
well, no,
let me get my beer.
The suit looks great, so I was curious. I'm like, how long did it take you, and how dedicated were you to the idea of Bengalorian?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
it came out of nowhere, honestly, because like I'm just one of you guys. Like, to be honest.
Are you a big? I want to ask this question. Are you a big Star Wars fan?
Yeah, huge. Yeah, that's why.
He's like, no. He's like, no, I hate it.
I would have logged the fuck off. I would have logged off. He goes, I really didn't even know who he was.
Yeah. Oh, the show came out. Yeah, no, huge. Yeah,
Luke Skywalker looked really cool in that, so I decided to wear his suit.
Yeah, no, that's why I married the two together, man. Like I don't know, 2 years ago, I was just another drunk idiot yelling for Marvin Lewis to freaking stop wasting timeouts, just like everybody else. So
yeah,
now every team's.
I was gonna say, now when mine was more trial and error, because I know when the Bengalorian first came out with the Bengalorian, I decided I wanted to be the Bengal. And I get the whole suit and everything, and I literally look like I got a cooch and everything in this freaking suit. Like it was built. It was built like for a woman. I'll just say that.
You wanted to be a Bengal?
No, okay.
It was like a Marvel character.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Oh, it was
Marvel,
it was
right?
terrible, is what it was.
Halloween, didn't you?
Hey, I had that thick booty though,
I was about to say, you looked real good in them tights.
Got the old dump truck. There you go.
Yeah, absolutely. Back that thing up. But yeah, it was definitely trial and error on that one.
And Bengo, were you the first one to do the Mandalorian fan costume? Because I've seen a bunch of other teams fans pop up. Were you the first one?
I don't think so. No, I think that I was just lucky and my Twitter account took off. I know the Panthers have a guy. He's a really nice guy. The Vikings have a guy who's got a helmet. The Bills have, I think, 2 guys. I don't know their timeline.
I think they got a stormtrooper. I think they had a Bengalorian and stormtrooper together before you were around.
Yeah. And then goddamn. There's a few of them. My Twitter just took off, man. That's it.
Yeah.
That's literally it. My Twitter took off. I mean, Bengals fans have really.
Well, I think the Bengals even went. The Bengals even got behind you early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that image of you on the throne in your garb, it's
so cool.
awesome. I was like, I would hang that up in my basement.
Yeah.
That thing's sweet.
That's one of the questions I have for you is that experience that day. I was content with being a regular Bengals fan until I saw a group of people that were psycho Bengals fans go on the field and have the best day of their fucking life.
It was cool.
Mm-hmm.
And all these people that like maybe knew each other like from social media, but come together. Now you guys had like your own little family for a while or whoever it was.
Yeah, it was a humbling.
I want to go head on. So how was that day as a whole, man?
It was a humbling experience because like I had like talked to all those people like Whitney, it's all like all of them. Willie was there. John Sheeran was there. It was humbling. It was so cool. And I wish I could say like I was just like some freaking popular like star, like because I'm not. The reason they brought us,
Nick
the
Lachey.
reason they brought us in, shut up. The reason they brought us in is because our account. I mean, our accounts happen to be a little bigger, and they saw positivity with the uniforms that we were kind of uplifting them when people were.
Yeah.
Confused.
Hell, you tried to buy the damn things.
Yeah, people were kind of confused about them.
Right.
I mean, rightfully so. We all saw that ghetto hanger picture.
God, looking back at that, how sick was that? Even if that wasn't planned, that they're like, these are the jerseys, and they go, hold on, wait a minute, shine it up real quick. Here's the jerseys, and everybody,
yo, dude, because I remember when that picture like first dropped. I went on that guy's eBay and I shared like the process on my Twitter of trying to buy these jerseys. And I think he had them listed for like $60, which like, holy crap, that's outrageous. So I tried to buy Hubbard, Burrow, and AJ Green. They dropped an AJ Green one too. I don't know where the hell that ended up, but they had pictures of it and everything. Guy like legal crushed this guy on eBay. They obviously got to him really quick because he was like, "Oh, I can't sell these to you. I'm canceling your orders because they're defective." And I was like, "I don't give a fuck. I don't care if they're defective. Like, you send them, like send them to me." And then I got the cancellation on my card, and then I messaged the guy, and I was like, "Literally, how much would it take for me to get these?" And he's like, "I can't sell them. They're defective. They're defective." And I'm like, "All right, lawyers got to this guy." So I like, I did some like investigating, and I like found like another account the guy had, and I was messaging him. I was like, "Dude, I will pay you $500 for these jerseys right now. I want these so bad." And
just for the story,
again, they're defective. But that was interesting. But yeah, like I liked the jerseys. Like I could tell like the fan base was kind of like, "What the hell is that?" So like I was trying to like build it up, and that ended up being the reason that they brought us there, and I was able to go through that really humbling experience. It was fun, man. We got there. They had like lanyards for us and stuff, and we got to kind of walk around the stadium. You guys like go on the field, sit on the throne, see the jerseys like a day before what was it, like the British NFL Twitter account, like Jack. It was a great experience, and I got my Boba Fett sitting on the thrhrone moment. Yeah,
that was
awesome.
That's definitely the most pimp part of your whole Bengalorian thing. Is like that was like that almost for me as a fan of you and like the whole Twitter thing as you were pushing. That was like not peak, but like I fucking made it, and this is cool. I was like, and everybody's seeing me here, like while everybody has these photos there, I'm just chilling back on my leg over top, and I'm like, you didn't expect this? You didn't expect this at all?
It was really badass. Yeah.
I loved how cocky it was. It came off as just like, you should have known this was coming.
Yeah. It was fun.
Hey, before we go on a little bit, let's talk about what everybody's drinking right now.
Oh God, am I going to embarrass myself?
Well, I was going to say I'll start out.
Dale's usually on that level.
I've got Leinenkugel's here.
Yeah,
summer
hold on.
shandy.
You can say the same drink that you drank every fucking episode that you've been on here, and I can say the same thing too. You know I'm drinking Miller High Life in here.
Mm-hmm.
What fucking bottle are you drinking out of, Bourbon?
That is Smoke Wagon. It's out of Las Vegas.
Is that the mead?
Oh, there you go.
Are you drinking the mead?
I got the mead. So I had gotten, I saw you brought it up, Travis, and that reminded me of it before I came on because I had gotten 2 bottles. I drank, one. I think I basically drank one after we beat the Chiefs, and then I said I'm going to save the other one in case we win the Super Bowl. But
Yeah.
So I just cracked this open.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
As soon as me and my co-host on the other podcast drank the whole fucking. We drank the whole bottle of that in an hour sitting of recording.
It's easy too. It's smooth.
My buddy said that. My buddy said he thought that was stirred with Joe Burrow's dick because how good it was.
Remember this one, Derek?
Fuck off of it.
Yes. Oh yeah, that one.
So I had 2 bottles of bourbon that I normally don't spend more than like $100 on, and I hate paying secondary prices, but I got this new riff. It was
Wait, hey, subtle flex right there. It just goes.
It was, yeah.
Somebody pop that up. Somebody pop that
Riff
up.
came out with this for like after COVID as like a fundraiser for all the bars and stuff like that, for waitresses and bartenders to give them money to help out. So I got one of these bottles. I said, well, if we ever go and win a playoff game, I'm opening it. So we drank that, and then I thought I was going to pop this one for the Super Bowl, and I'm still saving it for when we win the Super Bowl, but it's Jefferson's presidential 20 year. So hopefully that gets popped this year.
Yeah, that's coming this year for sure.
But I'm pretty sure we killed that bottle back at the tailgate after the game. That was good.
But hey, real quick, Bengo, we asked Joe and Bengals Bourbon what their I guess team win totals are going to be. How many wins do you think we'll have this year?
Oh shit! I want to break 12. I want 13, man. I want. 13.
That's doable. Okay, tell me how.
Yeah.
Going into the schedule, I had a question as well because we're the Bengals. You know, as we are the Bengals, we'll always be the Bengals, and we're always going to get done up on one game that we always thought that we were going to have. Like last year, we let fucking Mike White, or whatever his fucking name is, go 13 on us. So what's that one game? What's that one game that you're like, because mine's Dallas, week 2, I believe. I think Dallas. I think we should win, but I think we'll go 1-1 off of that, and Dallas will get the upper hand.
You think so? Let me.
I'm going with it.
I'm only doing that because Dallas.
That's worrying me again, man.
Let me class things up a little bit here.
You think
you're drinking that thing?
Little moonshine.
No.
Gummy bear.
Here,
Gummy bears?
Yeah, gummy bears.
Go.
We're classing it up a little bit. This is rum and gummy bears. If you guys have ever done that before.
Sounds disgusting.
Oh, they are delicious. Coconut rum and gummy bears.
Ooh.
This dude, he tried it the first day he soaked it. He's like, yeah, all right. And he tried it the second day and he goes, I'm not drinking this. And then it goes like a whole week and he goes, oh, yeah, this is it. This is definitely
What about like a Tennessee revenge game?
Yeah. Oh, my back 9, I have us going 4-4.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, the back 9 is definitely way harder than the front.
I'm not scared. I'm not scared necessarily for the back 9 as games as it is, but more it's almost like they set us up with the AFC North and the neighbors of the AFC North, like the good teams with the good teams. We don't get a break. The worst team we have in the back 9 is the Patriots.
Yeah. So exactly. So
crazy
the weirdest part is like when I was first looking at the schedule, I was like, I could see 13, 14 wins, honestly. And then you see the schedule release and you're like, oh, fuck. It's the same exact player or same exact teams, but the way it's scheduled out, you're like, damn, like that really is a hard-hitting last like 5, 6, 7 games.
But it is at the end of the season, so you never know what team's going to be there when you get there. I mean, same with us.
Yeah,
we hope for no injuries, but those teams could be decimated by the time we get them.
Yeah.
And the silver lining is 4 out of the last 6 games are at home, which is nice.
I don't mean to cut you off. Sorry, even the Patriots game is in New England.
It is.
So
weather can affect that game big time.
Yeah, it's
that
going to
be a big weather effect game.
Yeah. I mean, look at what happened when they fucking played and Mac threw 3 passes in 4 quarters.
Yeah.
But
Now
no,
I don't know where our
I-
other co-host went, but he was just like, I'm gonna chill back in the background and let y'all just keep going.
Where'd
He's
Dale go?
watching. We can
Dale's
see it. We
gone.
can see him. We can see him. Dale, you're looking precious as always. Don't you worry. No, I gotta go. So you're talking about the jerseys and such. One thing we haven't discussed yet, and since you mentioned that, I didn't realize how big you were on the jerseys, but there's something we can talk about. This year, we get a second alternate helmet.
Yeah.
Where are we at?
Oh yeah.
Where are we at?
That's what I want.
Yes.
Bad.
Correct answer.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? Hold on. What? Oh, I was like,
He's just talking to the one
Well,
side.
not the split helmet, the white side.
Project of mine.
I was like, this is your idea.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, I think that's the winner. I don't know if they're gonna do it, but
You know.
Yeah.
You know.
that's the winner.
I would
What
guess
else
the
are we
retro
looking at? What
Bengals
else has been
text.
said?
A
What else has
throwback.
been said?
The throwback would
I-
be my second choice for sure.
See,
Yeah.
now I'm in the minority here, but I am a huge fan of the black with orange stripes. That's one of my favorites.
It looks great, but I don't even know if that's like on their like radar. Cause like
I don't think it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I think
No.
I
it's
don't
bad.
think it's on their radar at all.
I think it's retro and then white and black.
Yeah, I mean
that's
the
all there
black
is.
and
Yeah.
orange.
That right there, 100%. I
I
love
totally
that.
agree with you. It's so badass. I don't know.
And
I don't know if it's. I don't even know if they're considering it though. That's the thing. I know that.
And, right.
Well,
That
hopefully it
white
goes
nose-
over well, and they'll be like, you can have 3 different types of helmets or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
The white helmet goes so clean with almost anything, and it's gonna make
It does. You're right.
It's really
I
hard.
haven't
I
really
think-
seen any traffic on it though. I don't know.
No, it's died
off.
I think the all whites aren't as good as what everybody thinks, but I think throwing a white on top of something else, I like that. I'm
Oh,
just
you
not a
like
fan of the white to white to white to white to white because
Yeah.
I like our orange. Our orange is our stampede mark. To where if we're not white or we're not orange at all, we're just
Mhm.
white and black.
That Thursday night game against Miami is going to be sick jersey colors.
Yeah.
Hey,
it
good thing
will.
I'm going to it.
I'll be there.
Uniform
before,
game.
I was going to say, I think we're all going to be
Yeah.
there for that one.
I've
Oh,
been
yeah.
I've
yeah,
been
that's the
saying
night
it
before
since
our big
last year.
Oktoberfest in Minster.
I've been saying it since last year. I'm drinking a beer with Bengalorian, and there's no fucking stopping me.
Well, if you guys want to
I
keep
said-
the party
I said
coming,
it
you guys
last
should
year.
just
I was
come
like,
up
I'll
to,
catch you, and
Minster
I-
after that.
I showed up so fucking late that I couldn't even tailgate. Basically, I went there and like sat and ate a hot dog, and I was like, "Oh, I gotta buy stadium beers." But that game, I'm going down early with the boys, and there's gonna be a whole party.
Absolutely. What do you
Like
Speaking
my
of
son says that Bengalorian has Burrow's haircut.
I can't escape that, man. You know how many like people tell me I look like him, and then I get like hate DMs all the time, like you're so fucking obsessed. You got a haircut and tried to look like him. I'm like, bro, yeah, I was born this way. Like I don't know what to tell people, man. Generic white guy number 1. Like that's exactly what it is. Like
Yeah, you could go back to just the nothing on the top.
At least
know,
you
could
guys
do
don't
that,
have gray hair. I'm not taking the hat off.
What did you say? What did you say? No, I wanted to ask you. You were talking about social media, people sending messages and stuff. It seems as if, as of late in the last month or so, you've had quite some fun with people messaging and getting in your mentions and
Popping
saying
on your
hi,
post.
yeah,
who your kids are, and all
So
nice
I-
and fun.
like
Ravens
my
enemy
account
number
is-
1.
Like the core account is like fun Bengals. Let's have a good time. And like the past like month and a half, I've been going back and forth. And like I've decided like I'm gonna put it back on the track because it's not as fun for people when I'm just arguing with people. Like, oh, I don't know, man. But some of these fans, like, oh my God, Ravens fans right now are like public enemy number 1 for anybody on Twitter in stripes. Like.
Yep.
They're
I don't
ridiculous.
get it. What is up with? Is it because we're now head of the table and the Ravens fans are now wanting to fight with us?
We're winning. We're winners now.
Yeah.
I'm
People
like,
don't like
I'm
winners.
like, what happened to like what? The fuck?
I think it was easy for them to have excuses for,
I come back
for
and
Yeah.
say
because
everyone
of all
needs
the
to take a
injuries.
break,
You know,
like,
that's something
for
that they
all
can
the
lean
title
on.
flexes Bengalorian just had, Everyone.
I'm not
thinks it.
trying to subtly flex.
Hey,
I need another beer.
here-
Hold on, I need another beer.
You might as well get a couple near you, Bengalorian. Dale,
Yeah,
real quick.
Don't ever forget it.
real quick, we got to show everybody this. We got.
I did
This
not
off.
come
This is-
prepared.
We was gonna pop this up every time somebody subtle flex, but there you go.
I love that.
Love it.
Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, okay, so is he as cool as he looks, man?
He's a douchebag. He's the worst person in the world. We don't know why we even asked him.
Worst
No,
interview that went 3 hours.
Dude,
Yeah.
honestly, I'll speak for
That
both
was
of them.
long. That went long.
It was,
man.
and you think that was long? We just did 4 hours and 15 minutes with Shane fucking Graham. He was drinking tequila out of
Yeah.
the bottle.
Holy shit.
And he doesn't
Yeah.
get hangovers.
He's talk about
No, he.
talk about a
His-
cool
his that-
former Bengal. He's
Mhm.
he's cool, man.
He's a
Yeah.
dude. Hey,
Shane Graham's.
I'm so thankful to be a part of this in this last week. I got on the same episode
Yeah.
as Clark, my first one, and I've had Clark and Shane in this fucking week, and we've been fucking housing these down.
Yeah.
It's been a great weekend. And Dale's had these
Yeah.
cards that every time he's trying to bring it back with, and it's the greatest thing in the world. We're 3.5 hours in on Shane Graham, and this motherfucker goes, "All right, so I got a question real quick right here."
Try to be professional.
Yeah.
Dale!
Dale, you need a teleprompter next time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, perfect. That'd be perfect. But
Yeah, if you guys want to go ahead and answer. How was that? How was all that?
yeah, I was going to say I can't speak for much on the Shane Graham part. The only thing I can say on that is I know. I mean, my dude was up texting and talking to us at like 1:30 in the morning, and then all of a sudden he's calling Dale at 5:30. He's already up and ready to take on the world at 5:30 in the morning. I mean,
He
the
wasn't
dude's a
shitting.
monster. Yeah,
He's not
is-
shitting about no hangovers.
No.
No. Dale, how about yourself?
Well, I think this says it all.
This dude, looks like you're such a douche.
Subtle
I think
flex.
the
You're
name
such a
change
douche.
says it all.
You're such a douche. Why?
Is that a
Oh,
subtle
God.
flex?
I don't even know. I think you're just trying to stroke an ego for some reason. There he goes. He messes me at 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah, me and Clark are friends on Facebook now, and we did message yesterday. Just
Yeah,
saying.
there you go. There you go.
No
Taking
big deal, no big
another
deal.
one. Another one.
Good thing
This is how this show goes. There comes a point in the show where we all just start. We're like, you know what? We want to get drunk, so we just start bragging and bragging and bragging.
But yeah, Dale, go ahead with that. How was that experience? We've already
It was awesome. Shane
yeah.
gave us 3.5 hours. You know that we talked about that a million times, even after like he was off there. We're like, oh, I was going to ask for 30 minutes, hoping maybe he would have fun and want to stay for
Yeah,
an hour.
you were worried at first. It was you couldn't entertain him for 30 minutes, and I was like, I jump on at like hour 2, and I was like, well,
that's
apparently
the
it wasn't an
thing. When
issue.
I'm talking the Clark one first. Like,
Oh,
the Clark one first. I'm like, I half an hour with him would be great. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
roll, you know, and
he had a blast.
yeah, he was that just chill guy, man, down to earth as could be. Like, it just felt like hanging out with one of your friends on a Saturday night, just
Yep.
having some.
And-
fun.
Did Bengalorian take himself out, or did you?
Yeah,
take
he
him out?
did.
Okay, I was
He
gonna
has
say
internet
you took him
issues.
out. He's already so confused with this. I bet that man is lost as shit
No,
right
and
now.
anyone can do that. Like, and if you see us doing
Yeah.
it, like, I'm not going to kick anybody out.
Hold
but
on.
if you need
Hold
to go
on.
or you need to whatever, check on
There
your
he
goals.
is.
Are you
There it
good?
is. But I was going to say, one of my favorite parts, and this was like at the 3 hour mark, you know, Clark's over there just having fun, and Whitney asked him, she's like, you know, if you had to be a Bengals super fan, who do you go? And he goes, or who would you be? And he goes, you know, I find myself a funny guy, right? And he's like, I think I would be Maui, and I'm like, you know, that's perfect for that guy, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
it
that
was
was
great.
that was funny. We all sang that song for a second, and the Shane parts, it's just as good. And
Are we going to ignore that comment?
what?
No,
Oh.
you posted it up, but
I'll throw it up there.
Oh, there it is. had to take care of Baby Yoda.
Who is tapping? What the hell is that
Yeah,
noise?
I was gonna ask.
Is that me?
Dale,
I
yeah,
think
who the
so.
hell
Hey,
is
me.
fluttering?
Not me.
Derek, get some grubby paws up in the air right now. What are you doing? People listening to this
It was, oh, there it is again.
Yeah, what was that?
I have no
Everybody,
idea.
hands up!
It's Monica.
Who's jerking off? Who's jerking off?
Wait, what?
He's
No, it
going
was
crazy
really
over here.
good.
Hey, but hey,
we got more cool people. Like you guys yourselves here. And
mhm.
who the fuck is making that noise?
I went on mute just to see if it was my bike or something.
I think it's Bengalorian. He's looking at me really serious, and he knows.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, it wasn't me
I'm
because
just,
I
I'm
removed
just sitting here,
myself.
man. I'm
Yeah,
shopping.
I don't know.
All right, now we'll all talk for a little bit.
All right.
There we go.
I think it literally
I
is him.
was going to say
I think it was him.
It's got to be him.
it could be the fact that there's so many people on the stream at the same time
He
too. But
jumped out. He's probably gonna
I
redo it or
think
something.
there was something going on, which he had a tough time getting on here, you know. And that's
Yeah,
the
it could be an
thing,
internet
you know.
issue.
Sometimes we have a guest come on and they haven't really been on this platform and their internet connection,
Yeah.
the way it works.
Yeah, it's those Raven fans trying to hack his internet.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not like flying a spaceship outside, shooting people down. It's not that easy. It's not,
Yeah, he
not
said-
doing a bounty. But no, doing all that shit's been really cool. And like I said, this first week is being a part of this is awesome, and I can't wait to see where it goes. Like, having you guys on and everybody else, and I've seen Bourbon twice now, and if I see him again, I might start crushing on him a little bit. I might start.
Hey, I'll take it. Wife's pregnant, so it hasn't been too much fun here.
Welcome back, Bengalorian. We're talking about sex lives, I guess.
Hey, good. I don't know what the hell's going on. My shit's pretty choppy. If I cut in and out, sorry.
Yeah, it sounded like a dog was running right on your mic. That's why I was like, what is this sound? But no, so we talked to helmets and everything. Clark was awesome, and I think now we need to talk about Joe Burrow a little bit.
Yes.
I think recent news this week, we've dabbled a little bit with Bourbon, but Bengalorian, I want to ask you as a leader in Joe Burrow, aka your brother, he didn't wear a knee pad in practice. Is that concerning you? Is that concerning anybody in this place? Or are we having more courage with it?
I think he'll be all right, man. He needs, if he gets hit without it and he's comfortable, then I say go for it. I don't know.
Yep.
Because I went through that. I went through the triad surgery too, and I'm still recovering. But he's out there playing professional football, so more power to him if he's comfortable not wearing it.
I think it just shows his confidence with the new line.
Yeah.
Not even.
Yeah.
Need
Well,
to
it
wear
wouldn't
one.
concern. It wouldn't concern me because the team wouldn't let him out there if they thought, there was a high risk. I mean, he's too valuable to the franchise. So I think it's a combination of what he's comfortable with, and also, the team's going to protect him from himself if he was going too far.
Unlike the Browns.
All right. So I gotta say this real quick. This has nothing to do. I'm scrolling through Twitter real quick, just trying to see if there's any bits of information or stuff that we can talk about. Alec Pierce on Barstool Cincinnati, in the picture of him and his get up for the Colts. It's just, I don't know if anybody's seen that yet. The kid's face, I know we keep getting older, they say the same age, that whole joke, but this kid just looks like he's 12 years old, but shredded, obviously. I don't know if anybody else can that or not.
This whole goddamn podcast to talk about a little kid that's shredded. We are having a great conversation about Joe Burrow's knee, and you come in here talking about him.
I was going to say Dale's popping in probably to yell at me right now.
If you want to join back in on that conversation.
Hey, I don't have notes this time. I just jotted some stuff down for 30 seconds last night.
Was that when you were talking to Shane?
What's up? What do you think of the knee? What do you think of the knee there? And Dale, yourself, how do you feel? He's not wearing the brace. Are you concerned at all that it's more he can get hit and it can mess up a little bit? Or are we all cool?
I think this is the first time where I'm not even thinking about it. I mean,
No.
that coming into the offseason, if he's not worried about it, I'm not. You know what I mean? So you see him out there. I mean, I'm more impressed with how that line's looking for Joe Mixon more than for Joe Burrow. I mean, I think Burrow will be fine back there, but yeah, Joe Mixon's looking like he's about to have a freaking a monster season.
Oh,
think about the
1,500
difference.
yards, I think easily.
Sure. Think about the difference in off seasons for both Burrow and Jamar Chase. Burrow was rehabbing nonstop. Chase was coming off a year of not playing football and trying to get ready for the draft, trying to prove that he's still an elite talent. And now these guys are coming off of a successful season. They know they can play, they know they can do, and now they can just focus on just getting better. I think that is such an underrated aspect of going into this coming year.
Yeah,
exactly.
The first actual offseason that's not screwed up by something.
Yeah.
Hey, I saw a post that was really nice. It said something was like, a lot of people don't realize that a lot of people aren't getting it through their heads that we just went through the Super Bowl and we haven't had a line past 25th overall in his career right now. Like we haven't had a good line.
A little of that, those noises, or is it just
what is it?
A little of the noises, son.
Just
I think it's Bengalorian's connect. Bengalorian, if you're able to mute yourself, maybe.
Yeah, I got storms passing overhead, so that might be it.
Oh, I bet
Probably.
that's definitely what it is. Because mine gets real choppy too, especially when that happens.
You gonna be up a while because
What the?
Bengalorian?
Yeah, let me try to figure my connection out, and
I
I'll
was
try
gonna
to
say
rejoin you
because
guys.
Joe and Matt both only probably have another 10 or 15 minutes, but I know Travis and Derek and I are probably gonna go for a couple hours. So.
Yeah,
What the hell
yeah.
are these are leaving?
Let me work.
I'm
on
gonna
my
drop and then
connection
I'm gonna come
here
back.
real quick, and I'll be back.
Yeah.
I'll be back later.
All right,
Hey.
go take care of Baby Yoda. Come back. We know he's needy.
A hungry pregnant wife is not a good
Motherfucking
thing.
Baby Yoda.
Yeah, I hear you.
No, that's definitely one of my biggest concerns, and I think it's not necessarily a concern. For one, with Joe Burrow having one of the best, a better line that we are seeing, that we don't know, but we're seeing. Him having a better line, how is that going to play out? Is he really going to be? I am skeptical to know if he's going to be better with more time, or if he plays better on his toes. If he's going to be able to have a pocket like Tom has had, and be able to sit back and relax and not move out of it. He doesn't have to, and find somebody.
Mhm.
Or is he better? Like we saw that play. He's running down the sideline, throws it last second before his foot goes out. I'm on that. Yeah, I'm on that same. I think you're gonna say that it's kind of concerning. It's like, do we want him to
flag? I'm throwing the flag. Let him say it then.
Let him speak. Let Joe speak.
Do we drink for throwing the flag? Do we drink for throwing the flag now?
Yeah.
You're good.
Just the person that's got the flag
So
on it.
Travis, explain the throwing the flag.
All right, so we've thought about an idea, and I think it's really good because we're all virtual here. We got 5 people in this. One of the best things we can do, because instead of everybody talking over each other like I just was to Joe, it's going to be we're throwing the flag. Somebody in the hosting team and people in the comments as well, if you're over talking, you can throw the flag as well. Just start doing it. Throw the flag.
Mhm.
If I have something that I'm saying that's important and Joe's trying to cut me off or Joe's trying to talk and I'm overdoing it, I get to appeal it. Now it's in the booth. It's in the booth, and it's good.
So he's moving to the background because he's appealing
Oh
it,
God!
and we'll
I wish
get
I
it.
had
I
that.
can add myself back now, asshole.
I know, God. I should have kept sending you links.
No, you cut me out before I was able to explain it. If it's bad, I get kicked out for a minute.
When you want.
Yeah.
You can't double throw the
Oh
flag.
man.
So yeah, I threw flag at me. I'll drink to that. Cheers. All right,
Yeah.
Joe, go ahead now.
All right. So I think I remember my point. So if you remember, like, especially in that Tennessee game, a lot of those were sacks because, Burrow just wasn't throwing it away because he was hanging on till the very last moment. So, I'm not worried about it. Like, oh, well, he's got all this clean pocket, isn't going to know what to do with it. To me, it's like he is just the kind of guy that he is going to hang in there until the right play is there. And he's also going for big plays too. And that's just the kind of guy he is. So like too clean of a pocket, like with Joe Burrow and his talent, like I'm not too worried about it.
Trust me, I wasn't saying that in a sense of like I think that's what's going to happen.
You just playing devil's advocate.
It was something for that. I'm always
Right.
known for that, but it's one of the things like what if we haven't seen with a good pocket, with a good line like that. So what happens if it's not that? I mean, even in LSU, he was on the run.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I think
That's a
the
fair
other
point.
thing, like Derek was saying, like the X factor is Mixon. If you look at the games where Mixon was running well, Burrow just tore him apart, just picked him apart because they had to drop him in the box, and then your slot receiver, everybody else is wide open. I mean, when Mixon's going, it's going great.
Exactly. Yeah. And the one thing I want to see is just I forget what it might have been 2 years ago. I think that Josh Allen just had this pocket where he's literally his feet are not moving at all. And he just sitting there, and then he boom, throws the bomb. Like I want to see that. I want to see that at least once, you know?
Yeah.
And I think we definitely have a chance to see that this year. I mean, I think it's PFF that had the offensive line ranked for like top 10 this year.
Yeah, about
now,
shit.
that's on paper. That's on paper, but you know.
I didn't even see that. I mean, I'm interested in it. That's one of the things we got to pay attention to, as well as the run game. Joe's a great running back, but give him that line.
Mm-hmm.
Also, whose numbers are going to take a hit unless we're just going to put up 50 points on everybody?
Yeah.
Is Joe going to be a running back, or is Joe going to be a blocking back while we're throwing to three of the best wide receivers in the NFL right now?
Mm-hmm.
And
no, I don't think.
Go ahead.
I'm just damn excited to see him with the line, like, period. Like, and guess what? It's still a line, like, it's still talented players on the other side of the ball. He's going to get pressured still, even though we improved the line. He's going to have to improvise and be Joe Burrow. As far as the knee brace thing, I honestly wish he'd wear it, because I think it was Joe Goodberry that brought that up and was like, man, that probably saved him 3 or 4 times last year when he was wearing it with some of the hits he took. So
that's why I'm saying, that's why I bring it up in conversation. Are we concerned? Do we think it's confidence? Do we think it's cocky? Do we think he doesn't want it? What is it?
He doesn't want it. I think it's a confidence thing for him. Like you know, I'm good. I want to be more mobile. Like I've been mobile my whole career. I've been mobile at LSU. I feel more comfortable without it. But it's like, at some point, you got to be like, hey, Joe must have had to go. I wish he would have said bye.
See ya.
Matt, don't just peace out on us.
No, I'll say bye.
Go.
And then I'll be
wild ass Irish goodbye. Holy hell.
But
man.
Yeah, I think it is. I think he'll be. I just, for me, I would like to see him wear it personally, but it's a comfort thing for him, and I'm sure the staff will talk to him. Medical, I'm sure he has.
Now, he said, "Oh, it's good."
So,
he said he only wants to.
Flag.
Yeah.
Nope. I'm calling it.
Now,
right.
he said he only wants to.
Yeah, Pete.
Not wear it in practice, or like everything. Because he's just not going to practice with it, or does he want to do just or wear it? Then he'll wear it in game. Because I mean, there's never been any explanation.
No, I don't think he said like one way or the other. I think he just said, you know, I want to see how things feel, see how things are going, you know. But yeah, Joe said sent us a private chat and said he had to go. Said if we're still going, he'll be back later. So
okay, I just wish he would.
I think
he went out.
Thing he did though too. I think Dale was kind of like, "Where's everybody going? Everybody's dropping like flies."
I was going to say he went out like when like me when I'm trying to close out the show, you know.
Yeah, that's funny.
Oh no, man, you're getting one for making no damn sense.
For what? What did I say?
That's he spelled sense.
I mean,
I was about to say, hey, how about this, Crypt Keeper? Why don't you fucking drink for spelling sense like that? Jesus Christ.
I'm throwing, double throw the flag.
Oh shit!
Everyone throw a flag at Crypt Keeper.
Yeah, there you
that
go.
Was good. No, and it's a topic to bring up most certainly on that. But I don't know. I'm excited for it. I think the line's going to do him well, but I just want to know. We all had those hits last year that we saw him get hit in the weird angle that could have been a mistake. of, oh, there goes his leg again. And like you said, Dale, that knee brace probably helped him out on those a lot more than what we understand.
Oh, yes, they do.
Yeah.
So do you play with it? Are you able to play with it 100%? Is it taking that off going to make you any better?
I think the only way that it really makes him that much better is I think it improves his mobility. Because, at LSU, I mean, the final year he ran for like 500 yards or something like that.
I don't even want him running. I don't.
That's the whole thing. Do you want him to stand back there like Tom Brady, or do you want him to have the mobility of not necessarily a Josh Allen, but I mean, have the mobility of Aaron Rodgers back, 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago.
I thought Strawberry. I said it. I thought in Tennessee. I thought we lost.
I was gone,
bro. I thought we lost 100% on one of those tackles. I dropped to my ground. I dropped to my floor, and I was just like, no fucking way.
Oh yeah, the bar I was at went dead silent.
The hit he took against Minnesota, and I still think he probably got knocked out on that hit.
What was the one? There was the one hit that he was screaming and he was in pain.
Super Bowl.
No,
Super Bowl.
There was another one, I think, too.
It was the one. It wasn't Super Bowl because there was one for Super Bowl.
No, it was the for the AFC North Championship game. He went out because freaking
KC,
Brandon BA came in. Yeah, Brandon Allen had to come in. Yeah,
I thought for sure it was over.
3 or 4 that was like,
I was gonna say for us fans, there's at least one a game of that shit. I mean, it's like you see him take a hit, but it won't be like that this year. We got to.
He has great pocket presence, and that's part of what makes him so special as a quarterback. He's gonna feel that rush coming and roll out, but I don't want to see him tuck the ball and run. I just don't. I'd rather him throw it out of bounds and go to the next play.
Well, we also saw a big difference with him last year, as to where the first year if somebody was going to come in, he was going to test you, and he's going to be like, I'm either going to juke you or you're going to take a hit, or I'm going to be able to throw you off. You saw in the second year, he was a lot more, okay, I'm going to tuck this ball in and I'm going to protect the ball and try and find a way to go down politely on the ground without fucking looking like a broken body. There was a couple of hits. He just was like, fuck this. And I'm like, it's smart, but I'm like, all right, there's that moment. There's like, oh shit, here can be round 2. Yeah. And if he plays without a knee brace, is he going to have that confidence that he had? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And this right here.
Yeah.
A little bit. That man need to learn. He
a little bit. Now, if you
God damn, oh heavens. This guy. Oh, God, that pissed me off last year so bad. I hate
it. You still got to go to dinner at 8?
I'm good.
Okay. Go ahead with the Burrow. Don't get in trouble for us.
We're all right. Don't worry. I haven't got yelled at yet.
That's how us men do it. We go until we get yelled at.
I push the limits till I get yelled at. Married life.
Travis seen that firsthand the other day. Like because we've been trying to clean up a lot of things with the podcast and talking through a lot of stuff. And I'm like, oh, my wife just like come through here and was like, get out of my way. And then I walked down the garage. She's sitting down here in the dark. And I'm like, oh.
He got like 4 seconds and he's like, I gotta go.
She walked out.
And he did a whole thing right there. He just, I was like, oh.
Hey, it's happened to all of the co-hosts except for me yet. I mean, Travis, they was getting ready to do it live the other night. And he's like, you know what? I'm not allowed.
Oh, yeah. I did it. I just got in trouble.
Yeah.
I got in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, it's always easy to ask for forgiveness,
I love that.
Absolutely.
That's for sure.
Absolutely.
But okay. So we had a conversation, and I wanted to ask you this more, but of course we had Shane Graham on. Involving yourself, you have Bengals and Bourbon. That's the name that I'm saying right here. So you are a classy person with bourbon, I'd imagine.
I guess.
So what is the fanciest bottle that you have currently?
It'd probably be this one that I'm saving for the Super Bowl.
How much does that run a pocket?
When I bought it, it was $300, and that's because I was drunk in St. Martin.
Look at that face.
Freaking pissed.
What if that is not that good?
Oh, I got to try it. That's why.
Oh, okay.
So like if you ever get to go to St. Martin, like we love to cruise, and there's a little liquor store in St. Martin that is apparently he is the distributor for the entire Caribbean. Yep. And
I don't know why we missed
actually,
that, but
so this was like 2020. Like we cruised 3 weeks before they shut everything down.
Yeah.
And I had called this liquor store asking them, because I saw they were a Blanton's distributor, and I was like, that was, Blanton's was like the best fucking bourbon you could get. Everybody was losing their shit over it, and so I called. This is still when I was kind of a little more naive on things, and
Oh yeah, that's a good one right there.
That is good for a $40 retail. It goes for like $700.
Exactly.
But ended up going. Called the store, and the lady's like, and this is how naive I was back in like fall of 19, because I was just calling ahead of time, and I was like, hey, do you guys have Blanton's? She's like, yeah. She's like, would you like to buy one, because we can hold it until you come in with your in the cruise ship. And I was like, all right. And she's like, well, which one do you want? And I go, wait, there's more than one.
Right.
Ended up they had all four, and you could buy cases of the shit. And then at the time, like, I try to convince my wife, let's drive to the port and Port Canaveral instead of flying, because then you can bring back as much as you want. I'll pay the tax and duty, and we'll pay for a cruise just by selling the bottles. But we ended up flying. Right. She won out, of course. And yeah. Exactly. So I walked in the store, man. That's the first time I ever saw Double Eagle Rare in the flesh. Like they were listing that for like $18,000 for the bottle.
You bought that too? Golly.
No. I got to look at it. But yeah, this guy, he let us try it, and then I was like, well, you sold me. I'm buying it. So yeah, that's the most expensive. Now, I've had some friends that have let me try Pappy 23. That's delicious.
What was it?
I have yet to be able to try Pappy's yet. That's the one I keep waiting, because those are all your friends that are like,
yes.
Like
now
loaded.
Now, if anybody knows Crown Lift Trucks, I live. Do what?
I'm sorry, Matt. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Good.
Please continue. But I'm like, really, this flag thing could get out of control really quick if we have to drink.
I'm not so Flex. I'm just talking.
Yeah.
But I live like, I don't know if you know Crown Lift Trucks. I live like 5 minutes from New Bremen. So you have a Fortune 500 company like in the middle of fucking nowhere where I'm at. And actually Dannon's biggest distribution is in Minster too. So Dannon Yogurt is right here in Minster. But anyways, the guy I'm good friends with, the Dickies are like billionaires, and he walks into the bar because he's a bartender there and just hands them a bottle of Pappy 23 for free. So I drank that morning before the Kansas City game. I was like, we got to win this. We're going to win. I got to try Pappy 23 today. And of course we fucking won, and it was great. But if you want a place to go to that I will recommend, I've told Derek about this, and I've told the Bengals captain, Jeremy, as well. There's a place in Newport called Newberry Coffee House. It's so slept on that nobody knows about. I know it's a coffee house. They don't do coffee anymore. It's only open on Fridays and Saturdays, and it's a reservation only. But the dude has literally every bourbon you can think of, and he's got them all priced great. I think I got a lot B pour for like $30, which is
wow.
That's great deal.
I always find it so fascinating that people that are so big into bourbon can just name off any bottle, and everybody that's also involved with bourbon, they're like, oh yeah,
I know.
It's almost it reminds you of like a country club, like prestigious stuff. Oh yes, that was a great bourbon.
Yeah, and the best part about it,
like when I first started drinking bourbon, like I couldn't stand it. And then all of a sudden you have your first bottle that you absolutely love. And then you start acquiring the taste. It's like, hey, I can have 2 or 3 pours of this, and I'm feeling great compared to drinking 12 Miller Lights. And
that's why I started drinking. That's why I started drinking bourbon.
Yeah.
Because I told my wife, and it got to the point now to where I'm drinking like a half a gallon of Evan Williams will hold me over for like 3-4 weeks versus she's buying a case of beer every week, and I'm like,
well, yeah, and I'm trying to I try to work out with 3 kids if I can, and bourbon is just less calories than freaking drinking beer. It just is. It's
You're not
nice.
I get that. What was the one you mentioned? It was something 23, Patty's 23, something like that.
Pappy
Van Winkle 23.
So I'm not the smartest person when it comes to all this. It was pretty funny. I had a little story. I went down the weekend for it was a Bengals and the Browns game, and my one buddy has a couple buddies that are pretty, rich, well off, doing good. And that was for Dale. Yeah, Dale.
Where did Dale go?
No, that was for me. That was for me interrupting him.
Hey, there you go. That's an honest man right there.
Yeah.
But no, so we went down there, we're hanging out, and this one person that comes, and he kind of looked like fratty, kind of, and I was like, I don't know who this person is, and he's like, I have a surprise for everybody. He pulls out this bottle, and everybody goes, and I'm like, what is it? What is that? Apparently, it was like the 25th year of it. Like there's like a 10-year, like 15, 20, 25.
Yeah, there is a 25. I think it's a rye. I don't know. I don't claim to know everything or anything or whatever. But
that it went up, the higher it got. And so I'm sitting here with the bottle in my hand, and I had there's other drinking podcast, and I'm like, you guys, I'm drinking this. I have no fucking idea. Okay.
Yeah.
I researched this thing. It was so fast back put on the counter, and I was like,
oh yeah,
good day. It was like $3,000.
Well, the thing is like retail. If you can get it retail, when you get into these like allocation lotteries, like Pappy 23 is like $130, but it goes for $2,700, $3,000.
Two things real quick. Crypt Keeper, we're going to be on for a little while. And also, you guys know Bengalorian just lost power in his house. And,
shit!
Everybody is safe.
Oh no.
Okay, but everybody in Ohio that is listening and watching us, be safe during the storm, because apparently the storm is crushing a lot of people.
They were nasty when I was driving back from Cincy from the Burley signing. They were nasty.
Dude, I was sitting out watching it on my porch, and there was the first lightning bolt. And my wife goes, "We haven't had a good thunderstorm in a long time." And I'm like, "Yeah, you're right." Dude, this lightning bolt hit like basically right in our front fucking yard. And I go, "Oh, that was," and then the loudest thundercrack I ever heard, and I popped my neck back.
Oh, geez.
Was that the sign? Was that the sign?
What happened?
Was that the sign right there?
To go back upstairs.
Oh. I saw you look up, and I'm like, what was seeing?
Yeah. You might have a little 5-year-old girl on the thing in a second, but we'll see.
Be safe, guys, in Ohio. Definitely.
Yes.
Crypt People will be on for a minute. I keep getting called Postal Travis. It's so funny.
I was going to say, speaking of which, I mean, Travis, hell, you guys aired a episode of Boogered Up during a tornado storm. So
holy shit, that was funny. Holy hell.
Let's talk about that for a minute.
So I live right next to a tornado siren in a small town. So if there's a fire, even the tornado siren goes around. And we're sitting there recording, and we knew that a big storm was coming. And this is our Cinco de Mayo episode. And so for the Cinco de Mayo episode, we thought it'd be pretty funny to make fun of all the white people that think that they know what Cinco de Mayo is, and all they're gonna do is drink tequila, but they have no fucking clue what's going on. So we're like, fuck it, let's buy into the bit. We got so hammered, I was trashed. And my mother goes 15 minutes in, and I'm like, "Mom, you're on the podcast. What's up?" And she goes, "You better get the fuck down in that basement. There's a tornado coming." And I'm like, I go down. We cut it. So we cut it for a second. We realize, okay, we got like a 15-minute window before we have to go into the basement. We start recording again. The fucking tornado siren goes off, and we're like, "All right, guys, I'll start seeing you. Bye." I go down there. My wife's got all the cats in the room and shit. She's sitting there waiting for it, and I'm like, I'm fucking hammered. So I'm like, at a moment where you're supposed to be the guy, you're supposed to be taking care of your family.
Yeah.
I'm walking around, and I'm like, holy shit. I was like, where are we going? Dude, I sat down after the storm. I sat down and threw up 3 minutes later. So I was like, if I would have had to like be dude, we're dying. That was a wild. That was good. That was
Matt. I know you got to get going, so we just want to say thank you for coming on the show, and
we can keep going.
Hey, keep going until we
keep going.
I was going to say we'll keep going until we see somebody grab him by the neck and like rip him out.
Oh yeah, he gets snatched off. You got a pregnant wife? I'm assuming.
Yeah, she hasn't come down. It's just my kid asking me stuff. Alex.
No.
Hey, I know all about that.
Yeah,
I just had to run my kids out.
The reason why I brought it up, I've been seeing this TikTok. Pretty fucking funny where he mentions that he's got a 20-week pregnant woman at home, and he's getting sent to he's getting sent out to the store to buy all the food and everything, and it's been a funny ass time watching that. And I'm like, I don't ever want that. That's birth control for me right there, because I'm not going to go to the store and buy all this stuff like all these other guys are doing. That
exactly. Hey, speaking of which, since we're going into TikTok a little bit. Everybody, go follow the Bengals and Brews TikTok account. We just started that a couple weeks ago. So.
Yeah. You need to delete that goddamn last one because that thing looked like it came from 1995.
Hey. Cheers. I already deleted that thing.
That video was so bad.
But no, that when you said something about the kids and stuff, it made me think of this one TikTok I seen. This guy he's out there shopping for lubricant, and this lady comes up to him. He's like, such and such, whatever his name is, Travis, and then she goes, I think I have one of your kids, or I think you have, or you're one of my kids, or something. I can't remember what she says, and he starts he said, there ain't no way you're one of my baby mamas. And she goes, no, I'm a school teacher. I think your kid's in my class.
Oh, yeah. I just saw
man.
that. Yeah.
I was getting real skeptical in this story. I was like, is he going to be able to wrap this one around? Because I don't think this is going to happen.
That's what Dale hopped on to yell at me.
No, I just saw that the other day. That's hilarious.
I love that. Dale, where you been? You done? You done letting the dog out and everything else?
My dog was barking. I had to check on him.
The longest dog bark I've ever heard in my life. You must have a big dog. That's a flex right there.
Hey, yeah. Speaking of the subtle flexes, you're gonna have to pull that back up again, Derek.
There we go. Here it is. Boom.
Subtle flex.
Subtle flex.
Derek, our best friend Clark Harris.
Is he on here?
Oh, I'm sure he'll watch.
This guy's crazy. But what else we got for the Bengals conversations and all the such and this and that? We saw a photo of Trey Hendrickson. He was at home with his cat. We shared that today. How are we feeling about that? I saw a lot of people were like, "This is great news." Seeing him there. He looks as like he's. Somebody compared it. It was like, this is showing that he's humble and like he's working out. And I was like, he's got a picture with his cat. How does this show that he is working on football right now at all? Like, this is his cat and his litter box.
It works out.
Hey,
all I know. I was gonna say, all I know is,
guys, we got to clean it up. These people are getting mad at us in the chat, including my brother. Way too many F-bombs, guys.
I was going to say that's your brother yelling at us now.
Way too many fucking F-bombs. It's fucking crazy, I tell you.
Hey, but yeah, hey, listen. We all know that Hendrickson is a monster. Like, he just, what do they say that? He gets in that blackout tray and just goes like an absolute freaking animal. No, those are not gummies for you, baby. Go on.
Wait, what is happening right now? Oh my God! Forget the F-bombs. What's happening? Oh Lord!
My daughter's over here. My daughter's over here trying to eat these rum gummies. She just goes, "No, I'm not."
Y'all think the F-bombs are the problem here? Oh Lordy!
Clark's kid may or may not have had a bottle of his 9-year-old son may or may not have had a bottle of alcohol in his hand when we had Clark on last week.
Dude, I forgot about that. I totally forgot about that. Oh my God.
Hey, but like Clark said, he said that's legal in Kentucky,
It was, and that was confusing too. He got legal with us. I was like, pardon?
These aren't THC gummies, David.
Well,
these are rum gummies.
But I will try to jump back. I'm getting the old. So
All right, Matt, man.
Drop back on later if I can.
Yeah.
We'll catch you soon.
Who
We
Dey?
will. I'll see you guys.
See ya.
Just the three of us. Oh, now it's just the two of them.
Hey, there we go.
How is Dale gonna
What-
leave when it's just
He's
us?
like,
No, I thought because since you said that I'd give you the chance to sing the just.
I had to sing it again.
Yeah.
Well, it's
There
just the
you go.
boys here. So let's talk some Bengals, okay? Let's clean it up a
Mhm.
little bit because I understand some people don't like it when we throwing F-bombs and D-bombs and B-bombs and C-bombs and F-bombs, everything, all the bombs. So we got to clean up the bombs, guys, all right? So
all right.
with that, let's talk some serious Bengals conversation. Can we have a serious Bengals conversation for a second?
We're an
Let's
hour
go.
and 15 in.
I'm-
I highly fucking doubt it.
I don't think anybody's
Oh,
ringing
man.
right now. I think we're all good. Let's have a serious Bengals conversation. Arrow, take it away. Go ahead, Derek. What do you got? I just want to
Um,
see if Derek is throwing off. You've got a whole
Hey.
list there. I want to hear what this list is about. Derek.
I don't have a list at all, but I mean,
I'm
if
not
you want to
talking
talk
about
some
your
serious
list. I'm
stuff,
talking about Dale's list. Dale's got a whole list that
Dale's.
he showed.
Oh,
Dale,
I was
what
gonna
is-
say
yeah, okay.
Dale prepares. Let's go.
Okay, we were talking Mount Rushmore wrestling the other day with Shane
Oh,
Graham that
here
we're
we
going to
go.
drop. We're going to drop 2 parts, one on Tuesday and one on Wednesday. So
Mhm.
It went 4 hours and 15 minutes, so we had to cut it into at least 2 parts. So the second half is pure chaos. So you want more Bengals talk? You'll get a little more in the first half, but that second half.
That
if you
second
get
half is
offended
for the
by
hooligans.
chaos and drinking, don't watch it. Don't.
It's
tune
for
in.
the hooligans. I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
But
Hey,
let's talk Mount Rushmore wrestling. Let's talk Mount Rushmore Bengals. Who would be on your Mount Rushmore? The Cincinnati Bengals. And in the chat, fire them away too.
Okay, let me make a stipulation on this.
It's a great question.
It can't be a player from the last 4 years.
It can or can't?
Cannot.
Why not?
Because like Burrow, Chase, T. Higgins, like those 3 are phenomenal human beings and phenomenal players in my opinion. So I feel like it'd be hard.
It's like you wouldn't put it. You're not going to put a current president on the actual Mount Rushmore. You know what I mean? It's the
Right.
The current wrestler on the Mount Rushmores of wrestlers.
Well, then we can do both. We can do
Okay.
adding in some of the current ones or who we think will get on.
I think you should go overall because then you can see who's graded over who.
Well, right here's
Mhm.
one. I mean, if you guys disagree, I think
Yeah.
that's going to be on all our lists. Anthony Munoz, the only
I think
Famer.
you're looking at the Ring of Honor right now, honestly.
All right, you know what, Derek, you go ahead with your 4. Since you want to make stipulations on Dale's question, go ahead now.
No, I was just going to say,
Brett?
if I'll give you my 4, and like they said, I think it's the OG 4, OG 4 Ring of Honor guys: Ken Anderson, Ken Riley, Anthony Munoz, and Paul Brown. I think
I mean, it's a
it's
solid.
kind of hard to, it's kind of hard to go against that.
Let me throw something else in there. So we got the top 4, as we're saying, Mount Rushmore as the
Let's
best
say players only then.
No.
Okay.
No. I mean, like best 4, the best 4 players, but then your favorite 4 players.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead.
Now do a favorite for Derek.
My favorite 4
And this can be
would
current
be. I
Yeah.
was going to say this is current. Obviously, the top 2 on that would be Ocho and Joe Burrow, but I'm going to throw one that I was a huge fan of his back in the day. Rudy Johnson was one of my favorite players. So that would be on the 3 of the 4, and the 4th one I would have to say. I'm going to sound like an idiot, but is it stupid to say Evan McPherson?
It's your
I mean,
favorite.
no, and that's what I mean.
It's your
It's
opinion.
right there.
It's not
The first kicker jersey I've ever owned in my entire life. So that would be my 4 right there.
I gotta go Ocho and Burrow as well. Like there's no way you can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Hey guys, real quick, Bengalorian is going through some serious. Bengalorian is going through some serious problems and such, so he will not be back on tonight, you guys. but he will be
Okay.
on very
Hey.
soon. I have to direct somewhere, Dale. I'm sorry. Holy shit.
In the
Continue.
middle of my Mount Rushmore of favorites, I waited 10
It
seconds.
just hit. I thought you were stopping. You know what? Throw the flag at me. I'll take the drink. We can carry on.
Hey.
Go ahead now.
Yeah, I'll take a drink too because I was willing to accept that one.
So Ocho and Burrow. See, I had a whole train of thought. Now it's gone. That's why I'm like, don't interrupt me. I'll forget what my train of thought.
We are past an hour. We know Dale can only last an hour before he starts feeling a little buzzed up in this. So he's been off the camera for 45 minutes.
All right, I'm gonna put the sunglasses on.
Oh, fuck.
So, yeah, Ocho, Burrow, my best friend Clark Harris, and Shane Graham.
That's your favorite? Or is
Hey,
that your,
listen,
is that the best?
that
or
right
is that-
there, that's solid.
That's your favorites? Or is that the best players?
That's my favorites.
Okay,
Yeah.
so who's your best? Did you already answer that?
No, you were interrupting me. I didn't have time to think of two things.
I apologize. I'll drink again for my trying to be
Yeah,
helpful, guys. Sorry, son.
No, it's got to be Munoz.
There you go.
It's got to be Ken Riley. I think I've got to
What?
put like Willie wasn't. I voted for Willie last year, so Willie Anderson is one of mine. That wasn't because I don't include Paul Brown either because he's not a player. So, Willie Anderson, Ken Riley. I think I would have to probably as Ken Anderson too, because he should be in the Hall of Fame. So Ken Riley, Ken Anderson, Anthony Munoz, and whatever I said, Willie Anderson.
Is he
What
saying
about you,
two
Travis?
people out of the four? Is he like copying himself? I'm pretty sure he's saying the same people again. Say the same four again. Say what you just said.
I don't know if I can.
Dude, I think he said the same name twice, like 2 times in a row, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Anthony Munoz, Ken Anderson, Ken Riley, and Willie Anderson.
Okay, there you go. That's good. That's good. I'll go with my favorites. First off, Ocho, Burrow, Perfect, and Pac-Man.
Oh, I love that list because they were right there too.
I love the
Perfect and
goons.
Pac.
I love the goons. I love the I'm gonna take your fucking head off. Oh, sorry. F-bomb. I'm gonna take your freaking head off, and that's what you're gonna take on it. And it like you saw Pac-Man fighting on the sidelines with the Steelers coaches. You saw it all, and that was where like I loved that era. I still love this era, of course, but that era was crazy. My all-time Bengals players in general, Munoz. I gotta go right now. I'm gonna go Burrow because I think that Burrow. I have to go Burrow because I'm young enough to not know Boomer unless highlight tapes. Like I've seen Munoz tapes, and of course Munoz controlled everything.
And he's in the Hall of Fame already.
Yeah, exactly. But like I think that Burrow is gonna be that's that dude, and we all know that. I don't have to go any farther than that. I would say my number 3 all-time Bengal, I will say Ocho. And I will say 4 is going to have to be. Oh God, it's a hard one.
It's
for me.
hard.
As a younger person, it's harder because I don't have the knowledge of the older people. I have to put respect on them. It's hard for me to say Munoz when I didn't watch Munoz play. It's like the same thing with LeBron and MJ.
Yeah.
Honestly, Whitworth is one of the close ones up there.
That's what I was trying to get to. I hit a few other things there because the chat's going. So, but yeah, Whitworth. I mean, man, and he would have been easily. Sorry to interrupt you. I really am, but I throw the flag on myself. But Whitworth, I wish he never would have left because now he won that Super Bowl with the Rams and that whole thing. And like, but man, he was already like there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, with the 4th one, I would say honorary 5th for my favorites, but I wanted to say, because clearly it's not good terms right now, but Ray Maluga. was one of my favorite players of all fucking time because I followed him in
Mhm.
college. But I would have to say, defensive wise on us, I'm trying to think of a good defensive player that should be there. Because all of mine are offense right now.
I mean, you could say, are you talking current?
He's talking
Or
current.
just
You don't want to say like a Ken
Yeah.
Riley that he's never actually watched.
I can't.
Yeah.
I
What
would
about
just
Nelson?
remind you guys? Yeah.
What about
I
Nelson?
love Reggie Nelson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that too
No,
far
no,
back
yeah,
for you?
That's good. That's good. But no, I don't. I wouldn't even say him because it was like, yeah, it was good, but it was like, all right.
What about
Ah!
Gino?
Yeah.
Gino Atkins. That was
Yeah, Gino was good.
my brother.
Gino was a beat, and that
Spikes. I looked up Spikes. I did a lot of look. I didn't even think about. I didn't.
But he left after his first contract. He was only here for like 4 or 5 years. If he would have stayed with Marvin, that would have been huge.
No, like,
Yeah.
I saw the highlights of that shit. I can go fuck about
Mhm.
anything past that because that shit was fun as fuck to watch.
Now,
Fun as
Peter
freak.
Work was
Fun
fun
as
as hell.
freak.
Peter Work could be on
Who
one of
called
those.
us out on the F bombs? I gotta apologize to somebody because I'm the one that's probably
Mhm.
throwing F bombs all the time.
I do.
No, that's our show. I mean, it's called Bengals and Brews. You're sitting around talking in a bar. You're not going to try to censor your language sitting in a bar, you know?
Eric, can you please make it more proper? I would appreciate if you drank your bullshit rum with proper English. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Hey,
Golly.
my pinky is out and
Pinkies
everything.
up,
so.
boys. Pinkies up. But no, I like that question. It's and like hearing you guys say
Yeah,
that.
that's a great
I'm like, how do you not know? And it's,
Hey, thanks, guys. That was my question. So
I like that. That was a great question. Both of those running back to back were great questions. I thought it would have been easy until you went number 4, and I was like, oh fuck, I don't know what I want.
There you
Mark
go.
that off, and you know what? I'm gonna. My dog, actually, my cats are barking right now. I'll be right back.
Oh man, but hey,
Hey,
We can-
this
we
is
can-
like the old days.
yeah, this is the OG Bengals and Brews right here. But no, there was one thing I was one to ask
Felines and Fucks.
about.
Man, maybe my brother said we should change the name to Felines and Fucks.
God, I mean, we do have like
This guy
like-
knows. That's why he has headphones in, man.
I just popped that up earlier, but hey, no,
So
no, I
what-
was just going to say that's perfect. But what's your let's get into a little bit more of the schedule talk because we kind of glossed over it a little bit throughout since they've started it and everything. We haven't really talked. What game are you most looking forward to this year?
See, sorry you worked during the week. I've been putting out banger episodes nonstop during the week and talked about this like 5 times already. But
This is
Yeah,
the first one I've actually got to be on, so you
are we
know.
gonna talk home like a home game?
Any of them. I mean, it can be a home game. It can be what I'm excited most for. I'll just give you my. It is at home, so that's a double whammy there. But the Bills game, I think that could be for the number 1 spot in the AFC. So
Yeah, the Bills for me, and it's almost a personal level too. But Crip always coming up with the nicknames. I'm glad I told him I'm just Dale because now we got Camel Toe Joe and Bourbon. Camel Toe Joe.
Oh no!
Oh,
I came in.
that is
I came in and when you mentioned that, and you're 100% right. And I gotta die. I mentioned this before. One of my good buddies is a diehard Bills fan, and he will be here to watch that game with me. And it's going to be for the number 1 in the AFC North. In the AFC, it's going to be hands down.
And
Everybody's got it too, which is the best part. Everybody's got that same prediction.
And imagine how huge that will be. And we got the Buffalo fans coming in and our fans, and it's all like for a bye week coming up. Like on
You
the
know what I
line.
love about that the most is that out of every team, every 2 teams in the NFL, I feel like the Bills and the Bengals are best friends. So it's just gonna be like I've never met a Bengals fan that has hatred for the Bills.
But after
oh
that
no,
game,
100%.
after that game, if it would be for the 1 seed or a playoff game, or AFC Championship, it would probably be like, all right, it's over. It's just never.
I think it's gonna be with them and, with the upcoming of the AFC, I still think the Bills and the Bengals are going to be up in that. And I think it's going to be nothing but respect from both kings in the AFC for the next 2 to 3 years. But you're just going to be fighting each other. And all right, you won this year. We'll see you next year. And that's where it's going to go.
Hey,
my
boy, KB Art and Cincy here. He agrees.
Mm-hmm.
Half the crowd would be too drunk to get in, though.
Is that a
game? It's a game.
And right here you go. This is like that meme that we all share. This will be Josh Allen say, "Here's your hat, King," to Joe Burrow on that game.
Yeah. Oh, the shit talking, eh?
Oh shit! But yeah, I think that the season is going to be a fun one. I'm more curious to see. Besides, if we're going to talk, we can talk Bengals all fucking week long. But I am more curious in the sense of our best friends over in KC if they're going to be able to keep up with themselves.
This is fucked up. I didn't know we were doing the whole thing.
Hey!
All right.
Hey,
I'm inviting the Iceman on, but only if he shows up in a scarf.
There you go.
I'm curious. I'm really curious to see if KC can pull it together without Hill. I'm extremely interested to find out.
He went.
Well, I mean, and think about it. Last year, and this isn't nothing against the Bengals. Last year is not the same year as this year. The whole NFL changed in this offseason. This has got to be the most interesting offseason that we have ever seen.
Miami looks interesting.
Huge names got traded to places that they most certainly needed them.
Yeah.
The only one that I have concerns about is Russell Wilson. Is Russell Wilson really going to be that good for Denver? Who knows? I don't think so because he had Lockett and he had Metcalf. You're downgrading on wide receivers, but if he does good for them, then so be it. But I think that the AFC is a monster now. There's 10 teams that could be of Super Bowl conversation, honestly.
Yeah, this is like back in the subtle flex, here we go. Back in the day when I used to run track and stuff, our coach would have us go to all these D1.
Hold on, I'm gonna throw. I know because actually it's in booth right now. I cut you off. That's not a subtle flex when you're talking about back when you could run. You can't run.
Hey,
now.
I can still run now, just not as fast, right? No, but back in the day, our coach would always put us in these D1 track meets, and then that way, whenever it came to sectionals and district semifinals and stuff like that, we would always play up. Because we'd always played against this tough competition. I feel like that's how it is in the AFC right now. You've got all of these teams that are going to be battling to where I feel like the Super Bowl, whoever's in the Super Bowl, it's not going to be that tough of a I promise you, AFC, no matter who it is, will win the Super Bowl this year.
Well,
hot take.
With that, top of the morning.
Hey, there he is.
I'm back.
With what you were saying, you're saying the AFC is. I think that the AFC teams as a whole, are extremely hard. Everybody's fucking good almost. You have more teams that are good and are Super Bowl almost worthy, if not contenders. Besides not, but then you look at the NFC. There's a lot of people that aren't that good still trying to work themselves, but there's still those teams like the Tom Brady Buccaneers that can find their way and most certainly can find their way. You're looking at Green Bay. What if Rodgers finally gets lucky? Even if you lost Adams, what if Rodgers finally gets lucky? Because we all know he's not good in the playoffs.
Yeah.
What happens? I don't know.
Nah, she ordered pizza and we just said forget it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
So it's a boys' night.
Oh, man.
Worked out.
It's a boys' night, yeah. There you go.
We'll sit down and pour some more bourbon and talk.
Shout out to the boys. Saturday, right? Saturday's for the boys.
You know what's so funny? Everybody was hating on all that, but you know what that came from?
Where?
It came from the Nelk boys.
Did it really? Dude, I ain't seen that movie.
Everybody went for shit before you found out who your daddy is. He goes, really? I've been saying that every Saturday. Son of a bitch. Where were you guys going to go, Bourbon? What was the dinner plans?
Oh, we were gonna go to the Wooden Shoe here in town, but she decided she didn't want to go out, so we just had pizza. Makes it easy.
Hey, listen,
What?
I mean, honestly, pizza's a strong flex too. You know, I'm a huge pizza fan. So
Where was the pizza from, though? Where was the pizza from?
I think we had it from we just had it frozen pizza from Aldi's, honestly. So nothing,
Oh, there you go.
crazy, but a subtle flex on saving
What was
money.
the brand? What was
Do
the
what?
brand? Aldi brand?
Yeah, Aldi brand. Sorry, yeah. Just pepperoni. Nothing crazy. Keep the kids happy.
Hey.
Keep the wife happy.
No,
right there.
Hey, that's not where we're going to subtle flex on. That's most certainly not a subtle flex.
Yeah.
No. What we're subtle flexing on is
We do
the
have a
fact that
Marco's in town,
I
which
get it.
is
I get it. You
nice,
bought a $300 bottle of bourbon. You have to eat all these frozen.
you
pizza.
do. You gotta save your money where you can.
Yeah,
I actually
and
saw.
we got Bengals Wit in the house saying hi.
There she is.
Oh wait! Oh Lord, have mercy.
You gotta bring her on.
I'm gonna run it. I'm gonna run a fun one for you guys. I saw a lot of things. Food chains, or fast food restaurants, food chains. Where are we grading like the top tiers at? Who are the top tier food chains if you had to pick 3?
Oh man.
Are we talking like fast food, or are we talking like
Fast food. Just hold up. I'll even pull up the picture because it was all over Twitter. It was all over Twitter at one point.
all right?
I almost answered it for us, but I was like, that's inappropriate.
I mean, for me, man, I love Arby's. I love Where's the Meats, man.
Man, you and Jay Morrison got that on lockdown.
I freaking love Arby's. You know, Derek, at one point Arby's brought venison freaking sandwiches in.
No.
Yeah, they were.
When did they do that?
They did that like a year or two ago at select locations. I never got what they had. It apparently didn't do well because they didn't add it to everywhere. But yeah, that was pretty cool. But I love Arby's.
I totally
man.
missed that opportunity. Yeah.
I still miss the 5 for 5. I don't think that's ever coming back.
Arby's is in your top 3.
Oh, I love Arby's, man.
That's a wild statement. There is judgment being passed. I hope you know that.
I would say okay, let's do it. Let's do it right now. What is your Mount Rushmore?
Give me a second.
Mount Rushmore.
I'm looking for the photo that I saw. Here it is, right here. Okay. I'm just gonna pull it up on mine. Here are the contenders. There's 2 Wendy's. Okay, you can only pick 3.
Because I like we can actually see this shit.
Okay. See, and there's Arby's. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
They got
So
Olive
top
Garden
tier-
as fast food. They got Olive Garden as fast food. Oh my god.
How do you pull that up? How do you pull that up? I can send this to you if you can pull it up right now.
Yeah, I can pull it up real quick.
I mean,
All
back
right,
in the day,
is
I
that
would
a
say
link?
Taco Bell, but I can't handle Taco Bell anymore. That's immediate bathroom.
Arby's.
Oh, dude.
Hell.
Oh, Arby's
So
is so
I
much
get-
better than Taco Bell.
So I gotta say this real quick. And my wife's going to get mad at me. She got so excited the other night because her favorite thing from Taco Bell, the Mexican pizza,
Yeah.
popped up, and she's like, we gotta go right now. I said, Sarah, I just found out they just posted this on Twitter. Taco Bell posted it. I said, do you really think that Taco Bell in Mount Orb is going to have your Mexican pizza at 11:30 at night when they just posted this shit?
Of course they did.
Dude, my little small town had it. I was super stoked about it. I couldn't believe it. All right, you know what? I think we're gonna bring another. Yep, hold on. We'll throw Iceman in here as well, real quick, so he can have his partake in this. Iceman,
There
get ready.
he is. Hey!
Go.
All right.
Hey, all right, you're joining right in. I'm sure you know what's
true.
going
There
on.
we go.
Arrow is getting
He's on.
Arrow's getting up the photo right now. We're gonna have a nice conversation about food. All right.
Well, I had a class place out. I had to go get my somewhat scarf, my Jackpot Joey.
I'm
That's
gonna
the best I
say-
could do. So
Getting bougie.
right, exactly.
I'm gonna say he's over there drinking his India
True.
Pale Ale, and
Yeah.
It's good shit right there. I like that. It's the only one I got left. I drank too much last night.
Oh,
Yeah,
not sober, and we were all.
We're
fine.
talking
That's-
fast food. I'll
I was
probably lose
drinking
followers over this.
Kool-Aid last
I
night.
know you were like chill last night, dude.
I was hanging out. But hey, okay, so real quick, before he gets his photo up here, Iceman, you were at that as well, and you met Joe Burrow. How was that? Talk on that for a quick second.
Oh, dude, it was awesome. It was. I mean, we got there. I got there about 9 o'clock, I think.
Iceman, now hold on real quick. Hold on, Iceman. I said real quick. We know how your stories get, Iceman. You're gonna tell the whole damn day and what you had for breakfast. You better say.
So it's 2 parts. You had to pay for the photo. And then you had to be with somebody who paid for the photo, and then you had to have the accompany ticket, and that's what I had was the accompany ticket. So the guy I was with paid for the photo. I was able to go in there and get the photo, and then he was able to get my football sign. So I got the football, which is over there. I got to get it in a glass. So I got the football signed. I got my picture taken, and it was awesome. And Joe's cool as hell. Short enough.
Awesome. Hey, and that's what I'm glad you got the short story going on there, Iceman, for sure.
I got you, bro.
We were talking. I was talking to Iceman last night, dude. We were talking stories. He wanted to tell a story about radio. I swear to God, this story went on for 15.
Hey, it's a long story. People ask all the time.
Every street he turned down on the day that he was talking about the story, and I was like, I'm the only one that's sober like this, listening. And this guy's just like, I went to the radio, and then they were like, my writing was bad. And I'm like, my writing was bad. And I was like, nobody's paying attention except me, Iceman. Get to the point.
If you keep talking about it, I'm gonna have to tell the story because nobody knows what the hell we're talking about right now.
Darren, get the fucking photo up.
Did we miss another Iceman piss break?
No.
Hey, thanks for joining back in, Joe. We're gonna bring
What's
up.
up, Joe?
We went off a little bit. We talked Bengals a little bit, but we have more things going on right now.
I thought we were talking fast food.
Talk about this night.
Yeah.
There you go. I'll put that up for you. Arrow, are you gonna get that damn photo up, or do I have to bring it up again? Well, when you mute yourself,
Get frustrated.
Hey, frustrated. No, you guys send it to me via Twitter because I got do not disturb on my phone. So.
What you couldn't? All right, hold on, son of a bitch.
We did not talk of this night.
Give me one second.
I don't know what Whitney's talking about.
I'll do that real quick. Then we'll have a nice conversation on your top 3 Mount Rushmore of.
Oh Lord,
dude! Seriously, Crip look, Crip is the best that come up with freaking nicknames. I mean, I'm not kidding. He's done it for years on my show. It's ridiculous.
I think I'm gonna drop back off.
I think I might too, Joe. How are you?
This guy's a menace to society. Holy hell! I love it. All right,
all right. Found it.
We're gonna have some fun real quick.
We're going.
It's hard to talk about Bengals nonstop all the time, every time when you have a multiple during the week. And when you want to have fun, we're gonna have fun. So right now we're all men that like to eat. So right here we go. Here's the top.
There it is.
Here you got to pick 3 restaurants to stay, and every other one has to go. We'll go from the list right here. I think it's all the same for everybody right here. Arrow, go first.
All right, 3 of them only.
I knew Dale's
at keep 3 here. I'm gonna say.
I'm fat. I love food.
Yeah, I'm gonna say. All right. Right off the wrist, you got Red Lobster because you gotta have that seafood. KFC, gotta have that chicken, and for the third one, let's go Applebee's because everybody's got to sit down and have a nice meal at the Applebee's. You know, see how long it takes to get kicked out.
You can't hate on a good 2 for $20. Tell you that much. It's a hell of a deal. Hell of a deal. It's a great date too. It's a great date. I'm gonna go Wendy's, Taco Bell, and honestly, I think I'm gonna follow along, and I'm gonna go. I'll go Applebee's.
We go top 3, right? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, it's not your turn, Iceman.
I'm thinking, Dale. Shut up.
You pick 3, and the rest go forever. Iceman, if you can read the words on top of that, that's the rules. All right.
All right.
Dale, you're next.
Dale's next. Iceman, you dickhead.
All right.
So I will also go with Wendy's. That's a solid. It's nice. They got good variety.
Always fresh, never frozen.
I'm going.
Dude, their
Checkers,
prices are insane now.
Even though where I live, Checkers is called Rallies, but my God, those fries.
Big Buford.
Hey, that's solid right there.
And then for number 3, I don't know. That's tougher for me. Like, I don't know. I guess Taco Bell, just so I can shit my whole fucking
Respect.
Oh man.
Yeah, I got a funny little thing real quick. When I go through the drive-thru on Taco Bell, I ask for one of their bags that they get pre-done before they put it in the containers of their creamy jalapeno sauce. That was the sauce that I had on my plate, guys. I sent it in our group chat.
Oh,
earlier.
okay.
Creamy jalapeno sauce is the same sauce that's in their quesadillas. I go in there and I buy a bag, literally a bag of it.
Hey, it's solid flex right there. Solid
No,
flex.
hey,
Oh!
all right, Bourbon, who you got? What is it?
Well, you know Arby's is there. Arby's.
Yep.
Mhm.
All right, Iceman, what do you got? We're done with this guy.
I got 2 more. Come on.
No.
Beef and
No,
cheddar
for real,
is where
though.
it's at. I'm sorry. I'll go Arby's, Chick-fil-A.
You better not have a trash ass third one. I'm gonna be so mad.
Oh man, I love KFC for their freaking chicken bowls.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Oh,
my
you're talking about the famous bowls with them.
the famous bowls. I mean, when I was
Yeah.
a kid, you always mix that shit together. They just
Oh
did
yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah. You're talking to fat guy now. You're talking fat guy terms. Yeah, I like this shit.
Yeah.
it. That's my 3.
All right.
Oh,
so I guess
Whitney,
it's-
you don't live in Ohio, so you don't know. There's a huge storm going through Ohio. He got hit pretty hard. He'll be on some other time. Just gonna answer that real quick. She's
Oh,
asking.
Travis, you screwed it up. You screwed it up because I was going to do that when Jeff started talking because it covers his face.
Oh, okay. We can just. Yeah,
Okay,
we can just-
All right, ready?
there we go.
Okay, there you go. All right. So I'm with Bengals.
Sorry, I had to do it. I got the power now. I had to.
Oh no.
All right. So
Oh,
now
no.
I'm last. Who did Joe? Go for it.
So did I get bumped up?
Yeah, you got bumped up, man. Shoot, man. Go for
You timed out on your pick.
Oh no.
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 Iceman, go ahead. I had to
No,
do
go
it
ahead,
once.
Joe. Go ahead. Go, Joe. You're up next. Go for it.
All right. Chick-fil-A, love the nugs. McDonald's, mostly for the breakfast, sausage, egg, and cheese. That's my jam.
Shit, that's solid there. Yeah.
And probably Taco Bell, more so in my younger days because that was my late night spot.
Mhm. Exactly. All right. So now I guess it's my turn. Well,
Saving the best for last. Here we go.
yeah. Well, now that Dale covers me up with Crypt Keeper. All right. So I got. Let's see here.
Oh no.
You see me? No, you can see me at all. Hi, there I am.
There
Hey,
you
how you
go.
guys doing? I'm never inviting any of you guys on my show again. I'm just telling you. No, I'm just kidding. Totally kidding.
All right, let him go.
Let him
go.
speak.
Go.
Let him
Go.
speak.
All right. So flag. So I'm going. I like Arby's. I'm with Bengals Burger. I love the curly fries and the jalapeno poppers are.
Oh yeah.
This
Yep.
guy, I can't
Hey,
take
no,
two
no.
Arby's
Hey,
takes at one
listen.
time.
With the
Arby's?
jalapeno poppers,
We have two
Hal-
Arby's guys.
Dude.
jalapeno poppers with the Bronco berry sauce is a solid pick right there.
See, I'm different. I don't like the Bronco. I like put. I take the bite off it, then I put the Arby's sauce inside of the jalapeno. Oh my god, it's so
Dude,
good.
their Euros are the shit.
You have a whole system here, don't you?
Oh, dude, I'm fat. Yes, I do. I got a whole thing. All right. So then I got to go with Popeyes, man. I freaking love Popeyes. And
Popeyes is solid.
Yeah,
Popeyes
and-
is
Okay.
very solid.
and I'm torn because I'm with Dale. I love Checkers, which is Rally's here down south. It's Checkers. I love their fries, but then I love Chick-fil-A. So, but since I already picked the chicken one at Popeyes, I'm gonna have to go with Checkers or Rally's.
It's
Whatever
so
you call
funny
it.
when you make these decisions. You got to pick between like, okay, I got my Taco Bell, I got my Mexican, I got my Wendy's, I got my burger, and I'm like, okay, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
but
go.
dude,
with my-
see, the thing is, we get burgers anywhere around here. Like burgers are like we're talking about like
But-
like
Wendy's are a different burger.
they are no, they are, but it's like all right. That one thing is like you, like for me, like
Steak and Shake Whitney, she's dead, right? Steak and Shake.
Oh,
is
Steak
the
and Shake
best.
is delicious. I love Steak and
Yeah.
Shake.
2 in the morning, freaking
That's
shakes.
the
Oh,
only
Yes.
place I can't eat.
But
If I
the thing
eat
is,
that,
it's
I
like
would
it's like
die.
like if I'm gonna get a burger from a fast food place, I'll tell you this: the place that I'm going on, I want a burger. It's gonna be Burger King. I like
Hey.
plain broiled. I like that. That's just the way it is. If I want
Somewhat
fries, it's
fresh.
either huh?
somewhat fresh.
You have
Yes.
every burger. I am a burger expertise. I go to the finest restaurants for steak and I get a fucking burger. I know my burgers. You go to Burger King.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Best
No,
burger
Oh,
you've
we're
ever
talking
had,
fast
Travis.
food here. We're not talking like
What about if we're talking burgers? What about Five Guys burgers and fries?
Oh, dude, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That wasn't on the list.
To me, Dale.
That wasn't on the list. I was going on the list.
I know, but now we're
Yeah.
talking.
We're
Oh,
talking
dude.
burgers. You
All
said
right, we're talking
any
burgers?
spot.
All
You
right.
said any spot. You said
No,
Burger
I meant,
King.
all right. I'll clarify. I meant on the list. If you go by,
Okay.
all right. If you go by burgers, like Five Guys is the fucking. I did F-bomb. Fucking bomb though. I love Five Guys.
Yeah. Hey, shout out.
Said F-bomb. Fucking
Hey, listen, shout out to Wick Culver's. Some
Oh, yeah,
of the
Culver's
best
good, too.
shakes too. Awesome
Bring her
bomb
on.
shakes.
I've
Yeah.
never tried a Culver's burger. I need to
Hey.
do it.
You haven't had a
Here we
Culver's?
go.
Really?
There's one 30 minutes away from me, but every time I drive past it, there's 3 lines for the
Oh,
drive-through, and there's just a fucking
Oh.
herd of people.
Well,
and
dude, I got a question. You guys ever had
It
Cane's?
goes quick.
Oh yeah.
yeah, Raisin Cake. Yeah,
Cane's
yeah,
like-
is all
oh, yeah.
over around
Like
here.
legitly, like we got one here on the west side probably about a year ago, and I'm not kidding. I didn't go there for a freaking month because the line for drive-through was on the street like 24 hours a day. I'm like, are you serious? Is it that good?
So,
I've had
Cane's,
them.
Chick-fil-A, and Popeyes. You're choosing Popeyes?
I do
Chick-fil-A,
chop-
say
dude,
what?
I like spice. I like that.
All
I
right.
do-
That's
I-
fair. Well, that's fair.
kinda-
That's
yeah.
fair.
So,
Yeah, I mean,
I
but
have
do.
I have 3 containers of the Chick-fil-A sauce in my fridge.
Oh, wait. Whitney talked about the steak and shake, the salt or the seasoning they put on the fries. We have some of that shit. It is, oh my god, that is
They
so
sell
good.
that individually?
Well, if you're really nice and ask them for it, they will.
Oh, okay. I thought. See, I had like containers like
He said.
you get like.
He said
Walmart.
only if you're important.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. That was not a flex, but I'll drink to it anyway.
Oh yeah, that was a subtle flex a little bit. He kissed
Yeah,
ass
yeah,
at the
Yeah.
spot.
Oh man.
I
That's
figured that would
great.
be fun real quick, and I didn't realize we were going to get everybody back in here when I asked that question, but we were just going to roll it.
You're just killing time.
Exactly.
I love it.
Where the
I
hell
love
Dale go? Dale left again. What the fuck?
Dale's just chilling. He's hanging out. He's monitoring your ass for when you try and tell a story for 15 minutes. He's going to boot you off.
Hey, I think I've done pretty good.
So far, the night is still young. The night is still
Yep.
young. We got
So
this.
what you guys? Let's circle back. Hey, we're going to get serious here. Okay.
Are we going to have a
This is-
conversation?
We're
Are we
going
going to have
to
an
bottle
action?
this thing up right here. It's right here. Okay, you ready?
What'd
you guys think?
Derek, take reins of it. Thank you.
What do you guys think of the first week, all the photos and stuff, and everything that you've heard from the first week of training camp with the rookies and everybody together?
Solid.
I got excited about CTB. I mean, dude just
Mhm.
looks like an absolute athlete. I'm really excited about a guy I didn't really know much about going into the draft, and I've been reading, watching old film of him. Just he looks great.
Yeah.
Who was the guy that Bengals just put up on their Twitter? Was it somebody like asking about cereal?
That was Cam Taylor Britt, wasn't it?
Was it?
Yep. Yeah. He just
Yeah.
looks like he's ready to
Okay.
tackle people.
I thought
Wow.
that's who it was, but I was just making sure that was crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that statement. Who else? Iceman, what do you think about it? You've been on the bridge and everything.
You've been, we
Well-
got insider information here.
Well, I don't know about insider, and this is going to be a subtle flex, and I'm not trying to do that, but you asked. I like Delonte Hood, the kid. He's undrafted free agent, and don't go watch it's premiering at 9:00. Don't go watch it now. Go watch it later. But I did an interview with him, and this kid is cool as hell. I mean, and his story is awesome. He literally was homeless for 3 years, and the kid still went to school, got himself a scholarship at a NAI school, turned it into
NAIA? Is that what? Is it
NAIA? I think NAIA. I can't talk.
Mhm.
Turned that into a full. Well, it's full right, but he got to Peru State. Anyway, it's out in Nebraska, so he got a pro day at Nebraska, and he's wearing number 37. And he's a great kid. I mean, if you got, like I said, when we're done, don't go watch it now. When we're done, go watch it. It's only like 15 minutes. I interviewed him, but I am pulling for this kid because he's fast.
That's awesome.
dude, like seriously, like if you are legit homeless, like, all right, I'll just ask everybody here. If you guys are legit homeless for your sophomore, junior, senior year, would you go to school? I mean, he was like, he told me he's sleeping on buses, sleeping on subway stations. This is what he's doing. And he's still going to school. I'm like, that's
Hey, shout out Dante Hood. Shout out Dante Hood. Right
exactly.
Galante.
Absolutely.
Galante, yeah. And that's the kind of guys that the Bengals are putting on their team.
That's the culture we want to do.
I thought he said Dante.
No, Delante.
Did you just cheers the wrong name and nobody called?
I did 100%. Hey, nobody called me out. Everybody
actually, we all did. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Joe did.
Okay,
Yeah.
I started clapping and I go, wait, what's going on right now?
No,
Who the hell are we cheering right now?
That takes a lot of discipline, you know. I mean, it's hard for some kids to get up and go to school every day in general. You know,
For sure.
Yeah,
it's hard for me.
I was one of them.
And the struggles he's facing.
Right.
And he gets up every morning and goes to school and plays football or whatever.
Oh yeah.
You know,
I mean,
I was gonna say,
and then doesn't know where his next meal's coming from. Doesn't know where he's going to sleep at night.
Yeah.
That is absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, just keeping yourself in good enough shape. You know, not who knows what the kid was eating at the time.
I wish I could have talked to him longer. It's only about 15, 20 minutes, but I would love to get him back on again and talk to him longer.
Yeah,
and
here's
like
the thing, Ice,
really
like I was telling you, man, he got to get his story out.
Yeah.
And you know, and that's what's important, like is his story. It's not anything else. It's his story. That's what's important.
And I respect the hell out of him just for that aspect, to get him to the point he is right now. He's literally on an NFL team where he has a shot at making the team. I mean, he's probably gonna be backup special teams guy. He played gunner position in college, punt returner, kick returner. So I mean, he's got a shot, and the dude's fast. He ran a 4.29, I think. So he's fast as hell.
On the practice squad,
everybody we drafted is just fast as hell.
Oh yeah, our DB, and that's they're there. Our DB, our secondaries are going to be ridiculous which is great because all the damn talent came from the end or all the wide receivers came from the NFC, came over to the AFC. So you're going to have to cover these guys.
All right, real quick, Bengals Whitney saying it's hard for her to go work. I'm pretty sure she works from home. So
yeah, I know. What do you mean, Whit? What's up, Whit?
Hey, That's so funny that you had to stop everything that was going on just to make fun of her for a second.
That's our girl. We love Bengals Whitney. And if anybody out there,
I was on the phone with her till 1:30 last night. We went a whole nother 30 minutes after your ass left.
Well, you're welcome. That I left the link up because I had to go to bed to go meet Joe Burrow. I mean, come on, I had priorities.
That's
flex. Come on,
flex.
Come
hey,
on.
Where's it at? Hold on. Here we go.
Let's go.
There you go.
There you go.
That's so funny.
Which Bengals and Bourbon, you were there. I didn't even see it today. I heard you were there.
I got there I thought like it was differently run than any other autograph place that I've gone to. Like I bought like immediately. I thought like, oh, when you bought like you'd go in to see Joe after how you bought, like that was your place in line. Shit. Mm-hmm. When I got there, I was like 176 to get in to go see Joe. And I got there like at 11:30 thinking, why would I get there at 9:30? Because it was just going to be based on when you bought. And then like Fanatics was their whole rep. The Fanatics guy was a total dick. Just did not care for him at all. Fanatics, I have my issues.
Not a sponsor, Fanatics.
No.
Fanatics. You're on that one, Bourbon. Thanks a lot.
Sorry.
When we're that close to something, we need to really start checking these people, Dale.
Yeah. Just that guy. Not that. It was just that guy. No. Like you couldn't on the inscriptions, you couldn't get game used. Okay. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, I'm going to get 2020 rookie year on the ball. And he's like, no, you can't do that. And I'm like, why? And he's like, well, it's too close to game used. And I was like, my God. So then I had to get, 2020 number 1 draft pick, which was fine. But then you didn't even get a sticker for the authentication for the autograph, which they said they would when they didn't do it. But it's all right. It all works out.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
Did you get a photo of him signing it or something for authentic?
I tried to get you were thrown through an assembly line, and I was trying to get a picture of my son handing him the ball, and you couldn't even do that. It was just like they were just shuttling you through as fast as you could. I mean, and then hell, it was just crazy. But Joe was super nice. Like he tried to talk. It's like he wanted to, and then they're just like, no, move them. We got to get these guys through.
So from the moment you got there to the moment you were walking out, how long were you there?
I got there 11:45 and left at like 1:30.
That's not bad.
And how
No, it
much
wasn't
of that
terrible.
time was spent with Burrow?
30 seconds.
See, that's the rough part right there.
Yeah.
Hey, that's 30 seconds, though, that you were waiting for that 2 hours, so that matches up. I mean, you got it. So, I mean, you could have went 2 hours.
It works out. It works out. But, I mean,
we all live in
I've gone
Ohio.
to a lot of
I live
autograph.
Okay.
No, I live a little closer than everybody else, but you ever been in a line for 3 hours at Cedar Point, you finally get to the front of it, then you can't go because it broke down and the whole line leaves. You got to wait. It's done for the
Cedar
day.
Point's
Yeah,
nothing,
you could have
man. Go
went
to
2
Disney.
hours.
You want to wait
Okay.
in line, go to Disney.
Go back to that question, though, Derek. That was a good question about the first week, photos and all that other shit.
Okay, real quick, I gotta make fun of one of our boys real quick, and then we'll go back to that question. But on a scale of, you got 365 days in a year, right? How many times do you think we will see Joe Goodberry wearing this thing? I mean, honestly, it's badass. It is badass.
Nope. Do it every day. Do a daily.
I can't get enough of it.
Iron Man mask every day.
Yeah,
That
thing
is so cool.
It is badass.
Will he try to paint it orange and black?
I hope so.
I don't know.
I just
see.
want to know the price tag on that
Is
thing.
there an Iron Man? Is there a Bengal Iron Man?
There is a Bengals Iron Man. He actually he lives in. I think he might live in Mexico if I remember correctly.
I was gonna say he's got a Twitter account, but I never actually saw him at the game though.
But is it legit like that mask, or is it just like a Walmart mask?
It's a mask, and like except for the one he has, like you put the front plate on, and then the eyes light up.
Okay, so that's okay. Yeah, so he's got it pretty cool then. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Whitney. Bengals Whitney, we did send you a link if you do want to come and be stupid with the rest of us. But
oh, Lord have mercy. No, but okay, week one, we saw the photos. We saw how everybody was working. I personally, and I know we're going to talk about this for a minute. We've talked about it before with the knee brace and everything else under the sun. But we saw Joe Burrow behind those mammoths of men and the beautiful photos that were taken where he looks so comfortable.
I had to pop him on real quick. He was getting all the Jaeger that he had left. He was dumping that bad boy in there.
I saw it, but I didn't think you were gonna drop him in like that. You disrespectful. Seriously.
Man.
We saw him behind those guys, the guys that we already feel confident on. But then you saw him behind. Where are we at on that? Because in my opinion, when I saw him, this is practice. This is week one of all. It looks more comfortable seeing that image with these guys in front than any other image that I've seen with him in the line. It looks as if we're going to have a very good year with the line in front. And you guys, I know Joe was here. Iceman, you weren't here. Involving the line and such of that nature. But with that picture that everybody saw and, the picture of him smiling back there and all the other fun jazz. Well, how do you feel about how he was behind the line?
Go, Joe. Joe?
I thought he was asking you.
No, I was asking you, Iceman.
Oh, yes, you mean? I think he's gonna have a chance, and I've said this on my show before. That he's gonna have.
What show are you talking about? Because right now you're on Bengals and Bourbon.
Oh, you have a show?
I know it's weird to have a show. But I think he's gonna. Honestly, he's gonna have time to have a 5-step, 7-step. He's gonna have time to sit back there and eat a fucking sandwich and throw deep. I mean, it's gonna be unreal. The thing is, you guys were talking about earlier, and I was watching, and you're worried about him scrambling. He's still Joe is still not gonna throw the ball away. It's just not in his nature. Yep. He's just not going to. But he's gonna have time to F it. Jamar's down there somewhere and chuck it up there to him or T or Hayden Hurst, which you got to
go through his progressions.
That's the part I'm thinking. Go, bam, crossed. Good, Travis.
The part we were talking about earlier with that was, and you can definitely jump back in with this. It wasn't more the sense of the scrambling of him being able to excel with that. It was more him not needing to excel with the scramble, if him having more time in the pocket is going to put him in a different spot than he's been in college and in his professional career. Is he going to be better or is he going to be worse under pressure? Like if he has less pressure, is he worse?
Well, you would think he'd be better, but you think he'd be better, but we don't know because honestly, this offensive line he has is going to be better than the one he had at LSU because that one wasn't that good. If you really go back and look at it, the line at LSU wasn't that good. I mean,
that's what we've been saying today.
So,
he's always had.
So I'm excited as hell to see what he does. I don't know because he's not used to it.
And you're there on the bridge. You're watching him walk in and that kind of deal. So you're seeing him behind there. Do you think it's just a normal practice? Is this like it's too early to tell? Do you have any predictions?
Yeah, it's too early to tell, but I mean, the way Joe, his mannerisms are, he's gonna flow with it. It's not gonna bother him. I'm like literally, I call Joe a psychopath, which he is. He's literally a psychopath when it comes to football and ball, and he on that stupid podcast he was on. He just talks about, dude, all I do is go at home and play video games and and get
watch
ready.
film.
I mean, yeah, exactly. And he's. Like literally, he's gonna have this is the first normal offseason he's had since he's been in the NFL.
Yes.
I'm like, dude. I start getting goosebumps when I talk about this. I cannot freaking wait because I think we're going to see the best version of Jackpot Joey Burrow ever. Right now,
man.
Now we're going to add somebody in.
Joe Burr. God, this damn jackpot thing. I got a grudge against Jackpot. I don't know who made this thing. But I don't like that name.
Well, I mean, the thing is, the portions of the proceeds go to the Joe Burrow Hunger Relief Foundation.
Yeah.
So it's not.
I like the way it works.
Right.
I don't like the name.
Well,
I didn't come up with the name. I just have promoted it.
I'm throwing a flag on Travis because right there, I was trying to say goodbye to our friend Matt from Bengals and Bourbon.
Oh shit, he had to go.
But yeah, he had to go. But thank you so much, Matt, for joining us. And I was going to bring in Whitney, all professional and shit. And
wait, you're trying to be professional? I thought we were on Bengals.
But yes, Bengals Whitney, thank you for joining the show. Let's see if she can kind of wrangle us a little bit.
Well, I was gonna say, so you guys got an exciting convo started about the O-line. Here's what nobody's talking about. So I think Joe Burrow gets exponentially better with a great O-line. But what about Joe Mixon's season is about to happen with that O-line?
Yep. We talked about that earlier. And
Arrow brought that up.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No. There's no hostility to it. There's no hostility.
In general, on the internet, I'm not seeing many people talk about it's all about Joe getting protected. But I think both Joes. Double Joe season right now is about to happen.
It's me being devil's advocate here. If there's a better line, that means it has to be a default because somebody's going to be excelling better. Is it going to be Mixon being a blocking running back, or is Mixon going to be more of a running back, and we're going to deflect off of the three wide receivers?
I think he's going to have a true. This is just a guess, but I think he's going to have like a true running back season, not just blocking. I think he's going to have get turned loose.
Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, I think that it gives us a lot more options just to be more balanced, and that we can switch gears where we can just start grinding with Mixon and killing clock. Where last year I just didn't feel like we were in the position to do that very many times. I mean, there were a handful of games we were, but overall we just weren't. It was all just on the back of Joey B, and that's really exciting that. We could just have games where we're just pounding.
And I felt like Zach Taylor, his style of offense, he kept forcing the issue on the run. He never abandoned it, but it was just there was only spurts of success with it. It wasn't consistently successful. I feel like it's more of a threat this year because we know that Mixon is super talented when it comes to the run, but the blocks weren't set up right, and he didn't have any holes, and he was running into a wall more often than not. So I don't know. I'm kind of excited, and then just think about how that impacts Burrow's game and the receiving core when you have a very honest, reliable run game.
Play action.
Dude, I know, right? So I don't know. I'm excited about Mixon's season this year too.
Yeah, my whole thing with Mixon is it'll be more yards per carry, but maybe less carries. Whereas every year he's getting, I don't even know how many carries he's getting a season, but he's going for 4.2, 4.3. I think last year he had like 4.6, so he's getting closer to that 5. But I think this year he'll be able to get that 5.2, 5.3 yards per carry, maybe even get some more yards after catch or yards after contact, stuff like that.
I just predict a scary Mixon season. Like I predict a kind of freakish Mixon season because
James
when you look at everybody being scared about Joe Burrow and what his abilities are, and then our receiving core, which is arguably the best receiving core trio, at least when you talk about a trio in the league. Everybody's so worried about defending that.
Whitney, hold on. Whitney, real
Flag.
quick. Sorry. No. There's a couple of notifications we're getting right here, and I want to let you guys know because I've been kind of noticing this on the show. Some comments aren't going through with you guys, and if you're on Twitter or if you're on Facebook groups, if you're on Twitter, go on to our YouTube. The link is also there. You can find us on YouTube to where you can also comment on this as well. And if you're on a Facebook group, go on there and go on StreamYard.com/Facebook, and then it will ask access to your Facebook. To then you can ask all the comments you want in this. I've been seeing that a lot to where you guys have been. There's been a couple comments of it, and I want you guys to also have your voices heard as well. Whitney, I'm so sorry for cutting you off. I will drink for that because it's not a punishment to me, but go ahead and keep going.
I was going to say, Derek had this problem before when he was doing the orange arrow thing, and he would anyway, I don't know why you guys had this problem on the channel. Sorry, go ahead, Whitney.
It's me. I'll drink to it. I'll eat my gummy bears to it.
We'll do some more digging on it. And now that I have access to it, we'll do some more digging. But Whitney, like I said, go ahead, girl.
Yeah.
No, I just kind of want to get your thoughts. I think my prediction is it's a mad Mixon season. And I think that when teams line up, they're going to be so concerned about Burrow and our trio of receivers and the weapons that we have. And then you combine that with the fact that we have a more stout O-line. I just think it opens a door for, it's almost like a bait and switch. Like you're so worried about Burrow and the receivers that like Mixon is going to eat. I don't know. I have a Mixon feeling for this season.
I mean, he's great. He's a great
I got a feeling. There it is.
There we go.
No, I definitely agree, and I think that everybody else in this room agrees. But the only problem that I don't want to see with it is that we have such a good wide receiver team, such a good wide receiver. Oh shit!
Okay. Oh, they'll get plenty.
No, and I believe they'll get plenty. I believe it'll be great. But our main thing, and everybody knows this, is that key switch last year. And I hope it isn't the same because I'm sure that teams are able to read that a little bit. If they can do anything about it, then who knows? But for the Bengals to have that one deep play to Jamar to turn it on and like you're not going to win after that. I don't want that to be taken away because Joe is killing it and running the ball.
It won't. It's just what I'm saying is I think it opens Mixon up to be more lethal, and to have a more honest running game. And because of that, it's gonna open up those deep shots to Chase. That's just gonna put the game away. In my opinion, I think they go together. What I am unsure of is like, how are we going to use tight end this year? So I think the default thing is to say it's going to be like a CJ replacement and it's going to be exactly the same, but I don't know that that's the case. Like, I think they're two different guys. I think they have some comparable skill sets, but there could be some interesting stuff with her too.
Joe, go ahead. So go ahead.
Yes, I was so excited you brought that up, Wick, because I was literally about to say that. So, Uzomah, I thought he was, pretty good as a run blocker and pretty good as a receiving threat. Hayden Hurst is a receiving threat. From everything I can tell, not a run blocker at all. And then we have Drew Sample, who is just a run blocker. So that does concern me a little bit as far as just what kind of formations are we going to use? Are we going to look too predictable when we have one guy or another on the field?
Right.
Or are we going to run more 2 tight end sets, to try to, keep
Bengals
them guessing?
never run double tight end sets,
know.
though, and I love double tight end sets, but they don't. It's not our style. So I would.
She likes all the tight ends. She says.
I want 5 tight end sets. I want a quad of tight ends.
Wilcox playing 80% of the snaps.
That's what I want. It's my favorite.
I want to be kind to Drew Sample. I know that's Derek's guy.
Hey, you got to be
best draft pick ever.
Why don't you bring that up, Joe?
What'd you
Derek
say?
hasn't brought it up. I'm gonna flip out just hearing that name.
Hey, I haven't brought it up yet. I will not. Hey, listen. When next year, when Drew Sample is no longer on the team, I will no longer bring it up. I can promise you that.
No.
Hey, hopefully he's still on the team because hopefully he dominates.
Yeah.
I want the man to dominate. I got nothing against him.
Domination by Drew Sample. Let's go.
So how do you guys feel about the tight end stuff? Me and what we're talking about.
My whole thing with. Go
I
ahead.
don't think it's the Joe Burrow offense. It's single tight end. Hayden Hurst is going to open the field up. He's going to stretch the field, but I don't think we need 2 tight end sets. Maybe goal line, but even then
I don't think we're set up for it with personnel.
Not even that. I'm just saying, are we going to telegraph too much based on the personnel we use? So if we're using 1 tight end set the majority of the time, we got Sample in. That's a lot of times going to look like a run play. If we got Hurst in, a lot of time that's going to look like a pass play.
Well, where they try to throw to him and throw everybody off, and he drops the fucking ball because he don't have any fucking hands.
Well, that and wasn't it telegraphed last year? I feel like it's always been pretty obvious. Here's another thing, though, I am curious about off the tight end thing, but it all kind of comes together. We were talking about mixing the receiving core, all that, the tight ends and the O line. So one of our Achilles heels last year was our red zone conversion. Don't you think that gets a lot better this year?
I'll drink. Why is he calling you Camel Toe Joe?
I don't know.
Wait.
This is my first time ever on any podcast, and I already got the worst nickname of all time.
Welcome.
Hey,
there it is.
Hey, Joe.
Hey,
you
here we
already
go.
have a shitty nickname. Yes.
There it is. There it is.
Joe, I'll put it to you this way. The guy who sometimes, he hasn't been on a year, but Jeremy, he used to be my co-host on my show.
Here we go with this long ass story again. Here we go with this long ass story. He started that story off. He said a year ago.
Quit being so hard
No,
on
hey, listen, right here. I will say this, and
I didn't do it. That was Dale. Let's go ahead.
In Jeff's defense,
It wasn't me.
he's going to talk about Jeremy. They used to call him Dimebag Jeremy.
Dimebag D.
Dimebag D. Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Little flex. I played a cover of Pantera song when I played in a death metal band.
Oh, there it is. I will.
That's
I won't drink, but I'll eat another gummy.
I feel like that's
So my
trying to be a
brother,
flex.
you
But
know,
I don't
I like Who Dey Joe better.
This comment's from my brother, and he has a camel tattooed on his big toe. So that's why he's saying, "What's wrong?"
No,
with
he does not. You're lying.
I swear.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Oh, we
I
need a
promise.
picture of that.
Here's what we need to do.
We need a picture.
I love when we get later on the episodes because then anything flies. Find a way to get the photo on here. Hey, Derek, why don't you drop the photo proof
That's
of
awful.
the camel on the toe?
David,
Listen, no, we are not doing that.
He said, listen.
You, David.
No,
See,
we are
I'm
not
gonna
doing-
come up with some goofy costume so Camel Toe Joe doesn't.
I don't
stink.
know, but I
Exactly.
posed a serious question about red zone conversion, and you asked as fuck.
I was gonna say something, but every time I say something, I get kicked off. So I'll just be quiet.
Oh, Ice is pissed. Listen,
I'm
let's
so
see what you
mad.
did, Dale.
I'm hurt.
He is hurt.
No,
so-
okay. I had to go pee. So what was your question? I'm sorry.
Never mind.
She was talking red zone options, and I just
Yeah.
say I think what I was going to say is I think Hayden Hurst is going to be a better red zone option than CJ Uzomah was. I just do. I think that's where he's going to make a serious impact on this team.
I like that.
Yeah, somebody said, I forget who it was, but said that they could see a Tyler Eifert 2015 season where he doesn't get a whole lot of yards, but he does get I just got the death stare from my wife, so I might be in trouble. But hey, no, but he might get several hundred yards, not break 1,000 yards, but he get 15 or 16 TDs. So yeah.
Can I answer a comment real quick? The stranger Dimebag Dean Jeremy is doing better. Just to let you guys know. Done. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Love it.
He was asking, so I wanted to let him know he's doing better.
Well, I don't know.
But I will.
Glad he's doing better.
Well, he got in a car wreck and it broke his back. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Dude, car wrecks are no joke, man. I got into one, and luckily I was by whatever you believe, I was able to walk away from that easily. But I went 70 straight into a median, and I still get PTSD to this day driving in rain, snow, anything.
He hit a tree, and the mess up thing is it was 3 days before the Super Bowl, and he's like I say, he's a huge Bengals fan, so he was in the hospital watching the damn Super Bowl. It sucked. But he's doing a lot better now, and hopefully someday he'll come on my damn show again. Sorry.
Good to hear he's healing.
Well, what was that? Is that your show? Is that what you're talking about? You had a show? I didn't know you had a show, Iceman. That's crazy.
News to me.
But hey,
it's more of I want my friend back on my show on the whatever. I want him back.
Let me do you a favor.
Yeah, Derek was getting ready to part out of here. Look at him.
I was going to say, yeah, I have got to get out of here. Try not to go to 3.5 hours, so I don't have to cut all this shit and do all that.
No, I think.
We're going all night, Derek.
I'm gonna bring something up to you guys. I'll bring something up to you guys after it, but I
got
think
this much left to go.
I was like, we can always
King of the North.
Yep, he's drinking King of the
My
North.
last bottle.
Like we can just do what we did last night. What you mean just talk? It'd be fine.
No, hey, seriously though, okay, Derek.
Sorry.
It's a pleasure. Derek, you can now. Are you bouncing out, Derek?
Yep, I gotta get going. Talk to my wife.
Love you, brother.
Grovel a little bit,
Good chatting with you, Derek.
My wife.
I'll tell your wife I said hi.
Find a scarf.
All right.
Derek, love you, dude. See you, brother.
Hey, Who Dey?
Who Dey?
All right, no, Who Dey Joe? You brought that up a couple times. You're drinking one of the best drinks I might have ever drank in my life. So explain, because he is a big Bengals fan. He does watch this. He does interact with us as well. But the guy's a stellar dude. I love the guy that is a co-owner of this product.
Yes.
Yeah.
So explain how good, because nobody believes me. Explain how good Brimminghorn actually is, and that bottle alone. Because
I've never had mead before in my entire life.
Yeah,
I didn't even know what it was, to be honest.
Yeah, did I? I had to look it up. So
Yep.
it's basically it's fermented from honey, rather than like wheat or anything like that. So it's definitely got a sweet note to it, but it's not like it's not like drinking a seltzer or anything like that. It's not like that. It's hard to describe. It's like this weird
like
hybrid.
Wine and beer had a baby.
Yes. That's a great way to
There's notes
describe
of
it.
both going on. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's smooth. It's really easy to drink. Like sometimes too easy to drink. Like I'm almost drinking this whole bottle tonight. But it's so good. It's like I said, it's sweet, but it's not overpowering. It's awesome, and I have to give a shout out to Bengals captain. So, I saw a bunch of Bengals fans on Twitter talking about this stuff. Everyone's like, yeah, get this stuff. And I was about to buy it. I was about to check out. And like, I had to have it shipped to me because I live in Columbus. So it'd be too far for me to pick up. So the shipping cost was like, I don't know, something crazy, like $25, $30 just for shipping.
Are you the person that he covered the shipping for?
Yes. That's exactly what I was about to say.
That's awesome. I saw that. Awesome.
Yeah. So I was just like, and I commented just, not trying to get anything from the guy from Birmingham. I just Bringinghorn. I said, hey, like this sounds great. I'd love to try it. I've never had mead before. I can't justify like this much shipping for something I've never had before. And Bengals captain jumped in immediately. It was just like, DM me, send me your Venmo. I'll cover the shipping.
That's my dude.
I didn't know that.
That's my dude right there.
I was just like, that was the nicest thing in the world.
I saw that on Twitter, and I was like, maybe he can do it for me too.
What a nice dude.
Yeah,
I barely interacted with Bengals captain. I probably didn't know who
It
I am
is
or anything
expensive.
like that.
It is expensive, but when you get the packaging,
I
for
understood.
exactly.
I understood immediately. I'm like, oh, I get it.
One of the things people don't talk about enough with Birmingham is what a great gift it makes, because a lot of people haven't had mead, but I almost guarantee anybody that tries it is
Right.
going to like it. And I've had several flavors of theirs, and they're all very different. I tend to like drier stuff. So
Same.
I'm always asking Birmingham to suggest stuff to me, like what's your less sweet things. But it doesn't matter what you try, it's all good. But the artwork on every bottle is like a piece of art. So if you're into if you're into that for keeping the bottles, that's great. But then also if you want to give like a really good gift, every bottle looks special in my opinion.
That was the main motivation for me getting it. I said, even if I hate it, I'm gonna keep this bottle because I just love the way it looks.
Well, that's one thing people don't understand about doing the Bramhorn mead. Sorry, Travis, Jackpot Joey. It costs these guys who think of this stuff. It costs them money to make it. So that's what people are like. Hey, you're trying to make money. I'm like, yeah, they are, but it costs them money to start it.
Yeah.
No,
It's
yeah. I'm on it right now. I'm gonna try and find out because and I'm gonna take a note out of Iceman right here. On my other podcast, we are actually sponsored by them.
Flex.
I'll flex.
Thank you.
I've drank a good amount of their bottles, and I tell you what, there's one, and I'm gonna check right now to see if it's still in stock. Holy hell! Oh, it's so.
They had a Malbec.
Which one?
A Malbec. I want them to bring back so bad because I had it.
If it's still in stock, I'm gonna tell you to go on right now and buy it because I promise you, it's not in stock. Holy hell! The Devil's Call, or it's a Devil's Call, one of the two. One of the coolest bottles that I've seen from them. Super blood looking. Oh, it's so good. I opened it up. I was going to keep it as a show. I opened it up and I drank it, and I was like, this has got to be one of the best tasting alcohols I've ever tasted in my life.
Do you have a code for them? Because Tigers.
Real quick. I'll jump into that, but Dale does want
people to have a discount. I don't care whose discount they use. If they go.
Dale wants to bounce out of here, and then I will throw mine out, and then I also will. I'll try and reach out to the owner and see if we can maybe get something for us as well. To see if we can dabble with that. But Dale, I know you want to.
Tigris will get you a discount at
I was
Birmingham.
gonna go watch a movie with the wife, so I'm like, give me a chance to say bye. I didn't just want to hop off without saying bye because I love you guys. I love everybody. Like, I really appreciate how this is growing and the support we're getting from everybody, and it's really amazing. And more important than that, I really have a message I want to say. So I'm gonna.
That was so rude.
No, that wasn't me. He did that purposely.
He did that.
He's laughing in the background. I love it. No, okay. So the code, you guys, if you guys want a 15% off on it, you guys can use the code Boogered Up in all caps. In all caps, Boogered Up over at Birmingham Meadery. It is a 2-bottle minimum to purchase that. Of course, you have to be 21 or older to do it. But seriously, guys, use that code right now. We'll get a code for this show, I'm sure. But seriously, you guys will not regret it because they're so fucking good. And the artwork of it, you literally don't know what you're buying. And you look at the artwork of it and you see the colors of all these different bottles. And you're just like, yo, this is fuck it. This one's good. I just went on there and there's like 8, 9, 10 bottles, it looks like, that are available right now.
I always see something new that I want to try.
Right. Yeah, I mean, look,
and the names are even cool. Like, all of it's cool. Like, you feel like a little bit of a badass.
Look at that one. Look at that one right there.
Yes.
Awesome.
Ambrosial Chaos.
Only $25 too. I mean, and this one right here up above is $20. It's not expensive. It seems like they only. And I feel bad. Look at the bottle of this one. Look at the Queen of Flowers. Look at that
That's
one.
Sweet.
Look at the color. It really is. It really is good. And
it will sneak up on you. That shit is potent.
We drank. I drank a whole bottle on the set.
Yeah, Joe knows.
Before we did it, drank the whole bottle, and then for the first game of playoffs, I told them how much I loved it, and they're like, you know what, we're gonna hook you up, just take care of it, blah blah blah. Got it. Drank it with my father on the Kansas City game. And I told him, I was like, I'm going to drink this whole bottle on this game. I almost broke his nose at the end of the game because I hugged him at the end of it, and there's photos of me. I'm up in the air. I'm legs wrapped around my dad. It was such a good father-son moment, but I was hammered because I drank the whole fucking bottle with him, and I was like, this shit will make you feel like you can leap.
Hey, Travis, let me ask you a question.
What's up?
So have you gotten, I know we all did this the other night, but has Who Dey Joe given his prediction for the season now that the schedule's out or not? Have we put him on the spot yet?
I think he
I
was
started to.
He got interrupted very rudely. I'm going to say by Dale, but he
all right,
started.
well, let's hear it then.
Yeah, so I was saying, I heard on Locked On, I thought they described it well. It's just like going into this season is so different than any other in the sense that like we could win all of them. I mean, that's how I feel about this team. I really like feel that way. And like, you don't want to say like a number like too high because you don't want to sound like a homer or you don't want to sound overconfident. But like, I feel so confident about this team. Like, I think we can win 14 games. Like, I really do.
Yep.
Like, it just, of course, there are going to be games that like, you know, you circle and like, oh, easy win. And, you know, we're going to lose one or two of those. Like, that's going to happen. But it's also the games where you used to chalk up as automatic losses, like at Tampa Bay against Tom Brady 2 years ago, that'd be an automatic loss. Like, yeah, we're not winning that one. That's not the case anymore. Like, I really think we can win 14 games.
The bigger the moment, the brighter.
I want to know. So you got 14 games to win. There is 3 losses on that. What do you think our losses are going to be?
I think they're going to be ones that are super not obvious. Like, I honestly think we could lose one to Pittsburgh. Like, I think those are ones that everybody is just chalking up as easy sweep again. And
I think one to Pittsburgh, one to Ravens. Go ahead. But yeah, I agree.
Yep. I was going to say one to Ravens. And, you know, the third one could be, you know, I mean, we have so many tough games. Bills, Kansas City, Tampa, Tennessee revenge game.
Kansas
Patriots
is a revenge game.
I mean, it could be any of those. You know, if you want to say like, all right, what's my prediction? It's at Pittsburgh, at Baltimore, and at Tennessee.
Are you saying we sweep the Browns over top of Baltimore and Steelers?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
I'm down with that.
I would respect anybody's take and anybody's on that. But
and you know,
what's the other loss? You got Pittsburgh, Ravens,
Tennessee.
Okay.
Yeah. I think they are going to come out angry.
I think
we go undefeated at home.
But what do you think about the revenge game with Kansas? It's hard to beat any team 3 times in a row that's that caliber.
I hate to put so much weight into Tyreek Hill, but not having Tyreek Hill, like, that's going to be a different offense, and it's going to be a lot tougher for them to hang in a shootout with us. So I'm a lot less worried about Kansas City than I was in either 2 matchups last year.
I agree with that. Definitely. We had a whole episode regarding this flat out of JB3. But I wanted to get Iceman, if you had anything, Joe. I think Whitney, you might have been on that episode to discuss it. If not, yeah. So Iceman, Joe, do you have anything in revolving around what is happening clearly? Because this is still one of the biggest topics for Bengals right now is JB3.
Yeah, it's one of the biggest topics. Me and Whitney talked about this, and I think that
Where'd you talk about it? Did you talk about it on your show? Go ahead, say it. I know you did.
He has a show?
We did.
I do, apparently. So we talked about this, and I really think that he's going to show up for the season. It's $13 million. That's more money than he's ever made. It is. And if you look at other guys who have, it's Le'Veon Bell's the only ones that ever not played on the franchise tag. He lost money. JB3 is in the prime of his career. He's got to go out there and ball out, and God love him. I think he's going to make money for some other team, you know, but I hope he shows up for the season and plays for the Bengals. I don't think he's going to just spit on $13 million. I just don't. I think he'll be here for the season, and then he'll go somewhere else. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. I'm under a similar opinion. Shout out to Malik Wright. He tweeted something early on, something along the lines of like, I wouldn't put too much weight into the Jesse Bates holdout situation. And outside of that, on top of everything you said, Jeff, like I think he's sending a message and he's playing hardball and he's probably doing what his agent, tells him to do. And I totally respect and agree what he's doing. He's got to try to make a stand and say, hey, I'm worth it. I'm worth a long-term deal. I'm serious about this. And it's nothing new. A guy holding out and sitting out, voluntary workouts, nothing new. So I'm not worried yet. If we start to get into could be missing preseason games, then I'm just like, then that's when I start to get concerned. But at the end of the day, I do think he's going to be there week 1 in the starting lineup.
The problem is he doesn't really have a whole lot like a leg to stand on because they got his replacement. They drafted 2 safeties. So
the leverage is different.
Right. This is all he's got. And the Bengals, and if you know Katie and Mike and what they've done in the past, like, go ahead. I mean, literally, Carson Palmer said he would retire, and instead of playing for the Bengals, like, all right, go ahead, retire until they got a great deal from the Raiders. So, I mean, that's just the way it is. I mean, I love Jesse Bates. I wish he'd stay here.
Yep.
I think he wants to stay here, but I think his agent's got it in his head, and his agent is doing his job. His agent has gotten money for everybody else, so that's why Jesse Bates hired him.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
No, I totally agree. I think that they try to force his hand.
I'm throwing the flag on Joe. Joe, you got it. Nope, threw the flag. Right there it was. He even called it out. You got to respect the rules here. All right. I'm just saying. I think Jesse wants to be here. And Shane Graham said this on your show. I'll put it that way. Where Shane Graham, and this is kind of he's actually said on my show. But anyway, he said this where he went through the same thing. I know. I keep.
He can't help himself.
I know, but it's like still I'm referencing. Okay.
We're gonna have a new rule on here that every time Iceman mentions.
I know. I keep doing that. I'm sorry, but
he has to drink.
Stuff comes up. But Shane said this, where he's like, when he got franchise tagged, and he has a lot of regrets for stuff that he's done, which I told him you just got to. It happened. And he wanted to stay in Cincinnati. I think Jesse wants to stay here. But the money is, they only have a short window of time to make money, and they have to get as much as they can. And Jesse's already been thinking about this since college. I'm not going to tell you where I know that from because I'll be in their flex. Anyway, the thing is, I think
that might be close to a drink just because you thought about it. I'm going to be honest with you.
All right. Okay.
Joe's looking
at it without saying
it. Yeah.
I have a lot of shows. Okay. I'm sorry. But the thing is that Jesse's been thinking about this for a while. He planned this out and he wants to get as much money as he can to take care of his family. And nobody can ever look, if all of us on here had a job where we could make money that our grandkids would have money, you can't be upset. I mean, you can, but I think it's kind of an asshole move, But if you can get as much money as you can, you got to take that shot. But Shane's point was he tried that. It didn't work. He should have taken a deal that they gave him, and he regrets it.
Hindsight is always so beautiful, isn't it?
Right. And that's what I told him, too. I'm like, and Jesse hired this guy to get him as much money as he can. Because, I mean, he's the same agent as Deshaun Watson, and we know what he got. So
I think Devontae Adams. I think Aaron Rodgers.
He's a good one. I definitely.
He's a dog. He's a beast.
To bring up the conversation is probably like the third time we've done it. It's because you got it. There's more stuff you can say about it every time you talk about it, but the end all.
But is there really? Because it's the same circular conversation.
You're gonna have to give this some time, and of course somebody asked it, so I wanna be respectful of the person asking the question. If you want more intel on it, we had basically a whole episode on it. It's in our YouTube and everything in that nature. But I think you gotta
wait. You got a channel? Really?
You're on the fucking channel, Iceman. He's trying
to give you some shit. Come on now.
It's literally right here. But no. And you know what? That might be a flag on him for trying to fucking make a subtle flex. No, I think that we have to give it a good week. We have to give it a good 2 weeks, 3 weeks before we find out if there's more information. Right. There might be a leak of something of this and that where Jesse Bates said this or Jesse Bates said that. Then we can tamper on a little bit. Right. But you really can't talk about it until there's a lot more details on it. Everything's hypothetical. And we can talk hypotheticals, but how long can we talk hypotheticals before we're just running in circles like Whitney?
I just throw out there that every day I get a little bit more like I think it's possible that we come to a deal, a long-term deal.
I hope so. I hope to God that
I didn't think that like a week or two ago, but there's something in my spidey senses saying that I think that there's a possibility.
Well, Jesse has said he doesn't.
I don't know if she's got spidey senses. Hold on a second. She said she's got spidey senses. I need to go back onto this real quick. You got spidey senses, so you think that Jesse Bates is? Are we going to win a Super Bowl? I mean, are you gonna be that?
I also had a spidey sense of a possible undefeated season in Super Bowl. So I mean, I don't know. I could just be high.
I get high. I get high.
I thought Jerry was the predictor on your show.
She is. That's why you can't. I'm an unreliable narrator right now.
Flex.
Jerry. I will confirm next time we have a Tiger Stock episode what Jerry thinks.
I love that. You have a podcast too? Hold on. You have a podcast too?
I didn't say anything about that.
I brought it up. I think I'm going to
Okay. I wanted to bring up one more thing because I wanted to keep this around 3 hours. So we got about another 20 minutes to ponder on this one, but this is another topic to bring up here. And this is one that we're going to have to bring up again, more than certainly, because the other two people are not a part of it, and I haven't even asked them. We all know that Zach Taylor in the last couple of years sometimes tries to make the big shot moves when he should not. And the play calling for Zach Taylor has been a little asinine at times. And sometimes, and like last year, we saw it got a little better. The ballsiness moved on and everything else in that nature. Do we think that Zach Taylor is going to get better at play calling? And with what was said earlier, while Joe Burrow is being tested to make his own plays on the field, is Joe Burrow going to be the one to make the plays more than Zach Taylor? Are we going to let the team be run by Joe Burrow on the offense? What do we feel about that? Do we think Zach Taylor is going to be the man? Is going to say, "This is my team. I'm going to make these calls. I think I know better than you."
I think he's super collaborative, and I think him and Joe are very collaborative. I don't think that's ever been the case that he's come out there with an ego with his play calling. I think he has a style, a very definite style. And I don't think that change. I don't think that changes much, but I do think that when you keep growing, I mean, he gets to grow, right? Like any other player.
Who's getting the message?
Jeff, is that you?
Grow and develop, and then you also your tools change, right? So there is a difference in what you can call when you have an improved O-line and you have more opportunities and more options available to you. So I think it continues to evolve and grow. I don't think we see anything drastically different because I think he has a very established style and that's what it's going to be. I think the trust with him and collaboration with him and Joe continues to grow. And so you'll see more of Joe making audibles and stuff. But I feel like Zach has already proven that he has that trust with Joe and has allowed him that freedom already. So it just grows. I think we see more of the same, but just maybe more nuance because there's more options and we get better. So I don't know. I trust him to improve. Yeah. I feel like Zach has been very clear too and very vulnerable about the fact that every time that he has a game, the first thing he does is he goes through and evaluates his own performance. Just like guys watch tape on their play, he watches tape on himself. So I trust him to be self-critical and to improve.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. And that's why there's it's a topic of conversation. That's why I think that, because I've sat back here and I'm sure everybody else has in this group and everybody that's watching in that nature or listening on audio platforms where you're sitting there and you go, why the hell did you decide to make this fucking play? You have so many other options. Why asinine running on 4th and 3 when you can pocket out and try and throw it off the side and this and that, whatever, because we think we're better coaches
Valid.
than them. And this is where like the majority of these podcasts that everybody has, we think that we might know better at time to time again. So on this, do we think that Zach Taylor is going to come in? Because I have seen him, like I said before, I saw him learn. I saw him learn and, trust his players maybe, or maybe it's just flat out knowing that he's not going to make the better decision than Joe or, who else. Do we think that we're going to be better at play calling and better at running a offense flat out with, how many years has Zach Taylor been head coach now? Is he finally going to start to get that run in? Was last year a fluke because of Zach Taylor, or was it because of us, or was it flat out our team coming together kind of deal?
I think play calling is going to be easier for him given the offensive line upgrades on top of just the experience that he's been given. I mean, I think people forget he wasn't an offensive coordinator in the NFL before he came to the Bengals. He was a quarterbacks coach.
Yep.
And he still has so much room to grow. And we don't even know if he is at his potential or it's up into the stratosphere. So, that part, it makes me optimistic. And, kind of what Whitney said, the thing that I do get about Zach is he has created a culture where he has the players bought in, and and I can only assume he does that because he does have some collaborative nature as far as the decisions he makes and the game plans that he comes up with going into and during the games. So I don't know if I really answered the question, but that's overall how I feel about it.
You pondered around it, but it was an answer, but it also was bringing other stuff involved with it. And I like where you were taking that. I think that I'm gonna let Iceman go because he's got his finger up, and I'm gonna be respectful. Go ahead, Iceman. What do you got?
Well, again, it would be a flex, but I put.
You know what? I'm going to the computer. I'm kicking you out right now, unless you. You know what? What do you got? What do you got?
Well, it's a poll I put on my channel. I can't help it. You're asking the same question I already put on my channel, and I put it this way. I said, "Is Zach Taylor an elite coach in the NFL yet, or does he still have to prove it?" And it's 79% saying he still has to prove it. 21% says he's elite. Okay, and I think, I agree with that because it's like, yeah. So again, I'm just something you brought up. I already asked.
No, that was good. That was good.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, I agree with that. I mean, I think Zach can be and is working on being an elite coach. I mean, hell, his second year took him to the Super Bowl. That's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
So I mean that's yeah. So and the thing what I always defend Zach, and the thing that kills me is and we brought this up on this show of all the stuff that he had to coach around last year. He had to coach around the offensive line. He had to coach around Joe Burrow with his knee injury. He had to coach around with all kinds of stuff. There's plays Zach could not call that he can call this year, as long as everybody stays healthy. So we are going to see the full Zach Taylor offense this year, ever. He hasn't been able to do half the crap he can do this year. He couldn't even think about doing the last couple of years. So it's going to be interesting to see what he does and how he handles the freedom that he has now.
Can I just make a differentiation really quick? I think we have to be very clear about rating him as a coach versus a play caller. They're two different things. So I think when it comes to coaching, if you ask me if I think that Zach Taylor is an elite coach, I'm going to say F yeah, I think he actually is. Right. I think in all the ways it matters as far as being a coach in terms of getting player buy-in, developing a very specific culture. For a long time, I feel like what the Bengals didn't have, what we lacked. You look at the Steelers. I hate the Steelers. But they have decades and generations of having a very specific culture. You know who you are if you're playing for the Steelers. You know, the brand is so strong and is so real. And I think that he has started that for the Bengals. He's changed the culture completely from top to bottom. He's got the player buy-in like we talked about. It's important if you're a coach that if you lead, the guys follow. And I think in all those tangibles and intangibles, I think that he is a spectacular, top-notch coach. Could his play calling get a little better? Absolutely. But okay, that's a specific skill set. And like what I was saying earlier, I trust that he is going to get better because he's very self-critical and he evaluates himself and he's open. He has no ego that anybody can point to. He's collaborative as hell. as a coach with his players and with Joe and the rest of them. So yeah, I think he gets better as that. But if you ask me in terms of coaching and decision making, I think that he's incredibly talented. One of the best out there.
One of the best things he's done is he's said this a million times. I want to get the right guys in the building. Again, Travis, I'm going to flex.
And he has.
But the kid that is on my show tonight is perfect. You want this kid on your team, Delonte Hood. You want that guy. And that kid is the essence of what Zach Taylor is trying to create. Yes. Yep. I mean, literally homeless, and has worked his way to a shot at making an NFL roster. You know how hard that is? What he went through? Those are the people that Zach is putting on this team. That's the culture he's built. That's the difference he's making in anything that anybody's done for the Bengals. I'm done. Go ahead.
I mean, shit, look at Jamar Chase. Look at that. He was in tears last year when we won our first
I know. And he doesn't know anything about the past.
He shouldn't be that bought in.
No,
it's not like he went through the stuff that the rest of us went through for the years of drought. Right. He's so bought in. He's so invested. Has no ego either. Very team first, but also like just jacked in terms of like personal goals that he sets for himself. But as far as like an actual consummate teammate, and again, there is a prototype that Zach and company has set as far as who we draft as who is a Bengal.
Right. And
it is awesome.
That's what I hate this, but that's what the Steelers have done. All right.
Yeah, and I just don't like their brand.
I know I don't like the brand either. But
I like our brand better.
I like our brand better.
Travis, I could tell you're trying to get a word in.
Yeah, Travis.
Oh no, I was gonna kind of almost wrap this up in the sense of my last word on this before I let you guys say your pieces of this is I believe that he is going to be a better play caller because I like I mentioned before, my problems with him with the play calling and only play calling. I think that he was humble enough to realize that he fucked up the first couple of years and it wasn't good, but he knew he was growing something serious. But the thing that stood out to me the most is the fact of, and it was a bold statement by him, but it was something that went miles and miles and miles. And every Bengals fan's heart is when he personally went after the games and gave out the game balls. And you saw him at the bars with fans giving game balls and cheering on just these normal fans like all of us at the bar, having a great time. We're like, holy shit, that's Zach Taylor. And he gives a little talk and we're like, I clearly I wasn't there, but everybody's just sitting there like, holy fuck, I'm going to go through a brick wall right now. This guy is lead, and that's the main thing.
That's how his players feel.
That's what I love about it is that he's awesome. The leadership with him, with that statement alone, knowing what he's willing to do for the team and for the community and for the Bengals, everything.
Yeah,
it speaks volumes. So I think so. I don't know so, but I think so. But we are wrapping up around this area. So I wanted to let Who Dey Joe first. Thank you so much for being on your first podcast in general.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it. Thank you.
You were able to be on this. You brought some really good light into this. And tell the people where they can find you, most certainly.
It's at JJ Streezy. You can find me on Twitter. Yeah, that's me. Yeah.
Yeah. So Twitter, is that what at Twitter? JJ,
yep.
What was it?
At JJ Streezy.
Okay. Hell yeah. Everybody go follow him. Iceman, I think everybody knows what the hell they can follow you because you've been on this a couple times. Whitney, I think everybody knows on you as well.
Hey, everybody, go follow Joe. Joe's a good dude. I met him. We met at
Nashville.
Kansas City. Nashville. Great dude. Go follow him. He's freaking awesome. Go follow Whitney. Go follow Bengals and Brews. These guys are awesome. They're doing some really cool stuff on here. Check them out. I cannot wait for the Shane Graham episode.
I'm really excited.
It will be dropped this week as well. And with that, you guys stick around. But I'm gonna drop you guys out now. It's my first time, so bear with me. But Joe, it was nice to talk to you, man. Most certainly, we'll head you out here. Iceman, or we'll be catching you. Whit, I want to let you know I love talking to you as per usual. But guys, listen here. We got some super sweet stuff going on. This week, we're going to be dropping the episodes Tuesday and Wednesday of the Shane Graham. It's going to be madness. It's going to be a fucking hoot. But with that. Follow us on all platforms, on YouTube, everything. You can find us everywhere. All of our ads are rolling down here on the screen. YouTube is where we're live. You can send those comments in. If you're in the Facebook groups right now or in general, go on YouTube because that's where our comments will be seen by you, as well as Twitter. Twitter, if you are commenting on there, go on to YouTube because we will see that. And then we want you guys to interact with these live shows because we want you guys to be a part of it as well. But we will catch you guys next time. And Who Dey, baby? All right, now I have no idea what the hell to do here. Are we live? Oh, we're still live. Ha ha! That's funny. See, I don't know what I'm doing.